Okay, welcome everyone to Progressive Discussions Uncensored Saturday. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and I'm glad to be back. I wasn't here last weekend because it was Labor Day weekend, 2024, and I was not around. I was away. And I hope everyone is having a good transition from summer gradually into autumn of 2024, my favorite time of year, autumn. And the weather is getting cool after a very hot summer, and I'm very happy about that. It's a very, the cool, drier weather is very energizing, and it's great. Now, supposedly, unless that hook-nosed motherfucker, Mark Zuckerberg, is screwing me up again, supposedly I am live streaming on YouTube and Instagram. Now, since the hook-nosed scumbag owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, which happens to be pretty good. I use WhatsApp. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I am live streaming to Instagram, but you never know. But nevertheless, at least I am live streaming on the Progressive Discussions YouTube channel. I made myself a hot and spicy organic refried pinto bean quesadilla that I'm finishing up. And I'm washing it down with my antioxidant-rich homemade iced tea, unsweetened. Ah, that hits the spot. There's nothing like the healthy, holistic lifestyle, and I toast everyone. Anyway, if anyone is listening to this show or watching this show from Instagram, please let me know that you can watch the show on Instagram. All right. All right. It happens to be the beginning, the first week of September, believe it or not. A week has gone by already. And all the festivals are taking place, or at least they have taken place already. And what's upcoming is the annual Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival is the next one on the agenda. So I salute all Chinese people throughout the world for your Mid-Autumn Festival. And those delicious moon cakes that I like so much. Different varieties, different fillings. Try them. I like the lotus seed moon cake, and I like the black bean moon cake. And one of my favorite is the coconut moon cake. Oh yeah, it tastes just as good as it sounds. The coconut moon cake. I'm very multi-ethnic when it comes to foods. I'll try anyone's food as long as it tastes good. That's very good that you're finally finished with your project. I am replying to you live on my show. As I said before, I am replying to you live streamed on my show. Just having a little fun, a little levity. Anyway, after the China's Mid-Autumn Festival is my favorite time of year, which is All Hallows Eve, followed by All Souls Day. All right, which is November the 1st, followed by November 2nd, the Day of the Dead. My favorite, the Day of the Dead. Gotta love it. Anyway, if anyone has any particular issues that that's bothering them or that's on their mind, feel free to bring up the subject, bring up the topic, ask questions, and my panel and I, when my panel comes on, we will do our best to address your concerns. I'll be starting open topic talk a little earlier because I don't have a lot of articles and videos, let's see, to go through. Well, let's do some Chisler's Hall of Shame. We're going to be doing some red pill too, dating, relationships. Oh shit. Oh boy. All right. I'm not saying this because this is from Instagram, and the problem with Instagram is it doesn't allow me to position the video, you know, as far as what part of the video I want to play, like the beginning. So I'm going to have to time it. I'm going to have to time it the right way. Let's see. All right. Good. Now what's happening? What's going on here? This is strange. Let me start from the beginning. Oh, it's a scam alert. Fucking Zuckerberg, I'm telling you. He's a bona fide piece of shit if I've ever known one in my existence. He really is. Bona fide piece of shit is what he is. Bona fide. I like that word, bona fide.
Scam that's going on, so I just caught wind of it. It's actually pretty smart. Like, the scam probably would have got me, or would have got me. It would have happened to me or somebody that I know I'm close to, whatever. But scam is basically, man, if you get like a package in the mail, what the scam is doing, like they're sending like free gifts to people's addresses. I'm saying they might send a package like this from Amazon or whatever like that. It's not going to have a return sender on it, but it's going to have your information, your name, your address on the package, basically on the gift to you, to your residence. So what's going to happen is you're going to get the package, you're going to look at it, and say, oh, okay, so someone sent you a gift. It's going to be a QR code on the package or in the package or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to scan the QR code, and once you scan the QR code, every bit of information in your phone is going to get sent to the scammer. It's going to send in your credit card information, your bank information, your pictures, your phone numbers, your contacts, everything that's in your phone. After you scan that QR code, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get sent to the scammer. So
now, you hear that? Even though there's some technical issues. So what the man's trying to say with his very raspy voice, which is not easy to ascertain, this scam is, if you get a package and there's no return address, okay, and you open the package, which you really shouldn't do. If there's no return address anywhere in the package, that's suspicious. It's a red flag. But there are people that will say, "Ooh, I got a package," and they'll open it up and they'll give you instructions, either that you won something, or you have a prize coming your way, or in order to receive a more expensive merchandise than what's in the package, you have to scan the QR code. As soon as you scan the QR code, you're releasing all of your personal information, very personal information, and then the scammers can rob you blind. That's what this gentleman is trying to say. So be careful out there. Let's see. Good morning, Masumi from Chiba Prefecture, Japan. Good morning and happy Sunday to Masumi. Thank you for stopping by. It's southern Japan is 13 hours ahead of us in time. So it is Sunday morning. So thank you, Masumi, for stopping by and saying hello, as always. Oh, man. All right. Let me move on to, well, we got two Chislers Hall of Shames. This one is Sam's Club. And as you know, I believe Sam's Club is owned by the family that owns Walmart. I believe it's the Walton family, the sleazy, underhanded, greedy, scumbag Walmart owners, the Walton family, just like Mark Zuckerberg. They're the same mentality. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on. All right, this is so it's a Facebook. Now what? Oh. Facebook is busting my balls. They're busting my couillons because I'm not logged in. And I am logged in. They're liars. I am logged in. No, I'm logged in. Oh, I got it. I got it now. There's always a problem with that hook-nosed piece of shit. Always a problem. Because my grandfather used to say, Grandfather John used to say in Italian, scuma, scum. Scuma. Come on. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. All right. Check my Facebook notifications. What are they talking about? Seriously. Huh. This is weird. Obviously, I'm logged in. Try another way. All right, we'll try this way. Yeah, he's busting my balls. He's busting Zuckerberg with his big hook nose is busting my balls again, constantly, because he's a fucking geek. You know, we had geeks like him in school. And they used to get under everyone's skin because they knew they had no masculinity. The only thing they had was a high IQ. In the case of Zuckerberg, oh, finally, hold on there. Let's see. I gotta make sure I start at the beginning. All right. Hey, Gabriel Salaya from Buckeye, Arizona, my friend. How are you? So we have Japan, we have Arizona. We're here in northeastern New Jersey, right across from New York City, and we welcome everyone from around the world. We have our friend Jordy from Scotland that usually comes on. Well, we have people from all over. Let's see. Yeah, the Jew is busting my balls. He's busting my couillons, as we say in Italian. Busting my balls. All right. This has to do with Sam's Club. This is Sam's Club is inducted into our Chiselers Hall of Shame tonight.
So my mother was showing me that she opened the banana, that she thinks that these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy.
I know goddamn well. It's raining in every spot but on that damn Cheeto. Do y'all see this shit? The Cheeto is like protected in this circle. What the hell going on?
Sí, ya están Ay, pero por mucho, ¿por qué hacen Mira. Sí, hasta hacen aureolas. Estoy diciendo que mira que yo voy. Ya la digo que puede explotar ahí. ¿Y así no las comimos?
Look at that watermelon. It's so funny how this girl's eyes are bugging out when she's looking at it. This is food, groceries from Sam's Club. Look, the banana was like rubber, right? And see, it says here they are selling us fake fruit in New York. Watermelon from Sam's Club. This isn't right. Well, not just the watermelon. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this was all Frankenstein food, because it's cheaper to sell people toxic, poisonous crap, and they increase their profits. Like these multi-billionaires are not rich enough.
So my mother was showing me that she opened the banana, that she thinks that these are not real bananas.
They're not real bananas. We have no real bananas today. All right, Sam's Club, owned by Walmart, right? Chiselers Hall of Shame. Now here's Whole Foods. This is a short one, but just be careful. I mean, you're paying. Jeff Bezos of Amazon owns Whole Foods, so any underhanded tactic doesn't surprise me coming from any of these popular, famous, in the spotlight multi-billionaires. And just be careful, because Whole Foods, just like my buddy Mick Von Raven calls it, whole paycheck. All that glitters is not gold. Oh, must be ragweed season. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, I used to be able to adjust. It's not doing it here either. To be able to position the video where I want to position it. Oh, what are you going to do? Yeah, you saw that, Gabrielle and Masumi from Sam's Club. Costco, I trust. Costco treats their employees very well in all ways. Oop, what am I doing? Okay, let me open this up and you can see what I mean by what's wrong with this picture concerning Whole Foods. Now, you notice the little parasites in the meat, the little worms? I'm going to play it twice. Well, extra for the parasitic worms, but they are charging you extra considering the high prices. So Whole Foods, you are the second inductee into Useless Hall of Shame. Now we're doing a little politics. No robotics this week. America is an oligarchy cosplaying as a democracy. Now this guy's brilliant. All right, hold on. I don't know if we're going to play the whole video, but all right.
Is extraordinarily dangerous. He is a threat to our democracy. He is, among many other characteristics, a pathological liar. We together must do everything in our power to defeat Trump and his MAGA allies this November and elect Vice President Harris and Governor Walz as our next president and vice president. The bottom line is that we cannot win this election without a strong grassroots movement. So please help us by making a contribution today. Thank you very much.
Well, it's divide and conquer. I mean, if you wonder why American society is so divided, I mean, divided in so many ways. It isn't just that the divides are deep, it's that the divides are so many. Black and white, race against race, advocates of this issue against opponents of this issue, even men against women and women against men. There isn't a single category within that society that doesn't have some corresponding nemesis. It's just divide and conquer, playing out domestically. And Democrats and Republicans is just another one of these divisions because the country has been conquered by corporate economic imperialists. Look, I don't care who you vote for in November because power doesn't care who you vote for in November. I've said it before. If you imagine that unelected power of the private sector is going to entrust the public with deciding how things are going to be run and who's going to run things, then you're living in a fantasy. It's absurd. America has subverted, sabotaged, and strangled democracies all around the world. They've been interfering with, tampering with, rigging elections across the globe for decades, from Haiti to Honduras, from Italy to Iran, from Syria to South Africa. They've toppled governments, assassinated elected officials, fixed elections, bribed and bullied and bulldozed democracies on every continent for a century. They don't think that any population in any country in the world can be trusted to elect leaders who will safeguard the interests of the American elite. So what makes you think that they're going to trust you with that power? They rig elections and install whoever they want in country after country, but somehow you think that they're not going to do that in your country. Well, how naive can you be? Listen, the election cycle in America is nothing but a mechanism for what you can call the campaign industrial complex, whereby billions upon billions of dollars of contributions, your money, are funneled into the private sector. I mean, when you donate to a politician or you donate to a candidate, where do you think that money goes? It goes directly to business. You're not doing anything but increase the revenue streams of consultancies, ad agencies, analytics firms, PR firms, media companies, social media companies, digital marketing agencies, events coordinators, on and on. This is nothing but the public providing basically an economic stimulus package to unproductive industries. It's a wealth transfer that you yourselves are participating in. You're literally just donating money to the private sector and getting nothing in return. Getting nothing in return except that you get to watch the most expensive fan fiction movie about democracy ever produced. I mean, look at the Democrats. Kamala Harris was just appointed as the nominee. She wasn't voted for. This is straight up succession, not election. There were no primaries. She hasn't had to outline her policy platform, and no one needs her to do that. All she has to do is to not be Donald Trump. This is the logic of demonization versus policy debate as a campaign strategy. No candidate has to win your approval as long as the whole election is framed in the lesser of two evils scenario. And what's the point of that? To make the pre-programmed win seem plausible, that's all. And to not leave any opening for dissent to manifest that might make the win seem implausible. Because, for instance, if voters actually have demands of this candidate or that candidate, and the candidate fails to address those demands, then it could cast doubt upon their eventual victory. And inevitably, if a candidate does address voter demands, well, that will always end up alienating some other faction of voters. So we don't talk about issues. We don't talk about how to deal with issues. We just rally behind our party's candidate in lockstep because the other party's candidate is literally the devil incarnate. When you're operating in the lesser of two evils framework, you're always going to have decidedly low expectations of your chosen candidate, and that's perfect when the election is already fraudulent in the first place. So this uncomplicates the rigging process. Yes, I said rigging, and don't think for a second, don't you imagine that that's a conspiracy theory, that the U.S. rigs elections. But between 1946 and 2000, America is documented to have interfered with, tampered with, malignly influenced or outright rigged at least 88 elections from Europe to Latin America to Asia to Africa. So again, if you think that they'll do this everywhere else, but your so-called democracy is pristine, I would have to ask you why you think so. Why would it be more important to the power structure to control the outcome of an election in, say, Guyana than it would be for them to control the outcome of an election in the United States of America? Because yes, Guyana is one of the countries where America rigged elections in the past. I'm telling you, I don't care who you vote for, because power doesn't care who you vote for, because the outcome is not determined by you. You know, Biden stepped aside because his pre-programmed victory could never be convincing. But look, Biden himself, the fact of Biden, a man who is literally in late-stage senility, a man who is visibly disintegrating before our eyes, the very fact that he was not only president, but was absolutely going to be run for another term, despite being a cadaver on strings, that should let you know that power does not reside in that office. Politicians serve two functions. The first is to distract you with the performance of democratic government, and the second is to be effigies that can be burned to satisfy public anger when the policies dictated by the private sector impose misery on the population. So when an American asks me who should they vote for, or when they say that this one is better than that one, or at least not as bad as that one, and what do I think, and so on and so on and so on. Well, you may as well be asking me about which Marvel superhero is better than the other, because you're not talking to me about figures who have any real significance with regards to policy. You're not talking to me about figures who actually exert any control over anything. You're not talking about the real existing power structure. You're asking me to give you an opinion about a fictional scenario in which your government wields independent power. As long as you're fixated on this charade, there's no danger whatsoever of you ever having any impact on policy. You're just facilitating and collaborating with the divide and conquer tactics of the owners and controllers of global financialized capital. And I don't know how you can be so propagandized, to be honest. I don't know how you can be so propagandized that you can't even notice that actually your own media does tell you every day that the government is not in charge. I mean, how many times have you read, or how many times have you heard in the media, the market will decide? We'll have to see what the market does, and so on. But when they say the market, they don't mean you and I. They mean big business, multinational corporations, asset managers, stock market whales, not voters, not citizens, not Democrats, and not Republicans. You live in an oligarchy, and your so-called democracy is only performed as a distraction to keep you from noticing that fact. Now, for this election in the U.S., as I've said, Harris and Trump are just mascots representing two different factions of the OCGFC. And it's going to be just like what happened in Venezuela. The only way that Trump can win is by trying to outrig the election rigging of the Democrats. But the Democrats are the incumbents, like Maduro was. So they have the advantage of overseeing the succession, and Harris is likely to win. The only thing that Trump can do is to try to boost his own popularity to the point that Harris's pre-programmed victory looks less plausible. But like I said before, it's not musical chairs where both candidates are walking in circles around the chair until the music stops, and then they have to race for the seat. Kamala is already in the seat, just like Maduro, and it's harder to get someone out of that seat than it is to just sit in it. So it looks like the neocons will probably stay in the White House. And that just means that the real battle between the military-industrial complex OCGFC and the global-oriented OCGFC, that battle is just going to go on a while longer. But if you're fool enough to think that you have to drop everything in order to ensure that Kamala Harris will win and Trump will lose, well, then you're literally like someone who can watch those old Roadrunner cartoons and still get worried and anxious about whether or not the coyote is going to catch him. I mean, I know it's important for you to think that you have some kind of control, but the truth is, the reality is, you're not writing this story. And you're not writing how this story goes. And as long as you think that you are writing how this story goes or participating in it in any way whatsoever, then that just ensures that you will always be nothing but a spectator. Unless and until you redirect your activism towards the private sector, and I mean organize and mobilize with the understanding that, for example, corporations are political entities. So treat them as such, deal with them as such. Impose expectations and demands upon them as such. Unless and until you do that, all your get out the vote initiatives, all your campaigning, all your voting will never do anything for social and political change except to ensure that it won't happen. Boeing, for example, just used your government to make around $20 billion. Boeing, Raytheon, and all the other merchants of death and destruction. They just got $20 billion of your money to keep the genocide going in Gaza. That's their policy. Zionism is their policy. Genocide is their policy, and they're doing it for money. And they give almost evenly to the Democrats as they do to the Republicans, except they give slightly more to the Democrats. And it's almost even between what they give to Kamala Harris and to Donald Trump. They contributed a bit more to Harris. I shouldn't actually say contribute, I should say invest, because they give that money as an investment from which they expect astronomical returns, which they will get. These are the entities that control your policy. It's not your ballot, it's their billions. Your government is captured, and your country has been captured, and power and decision-making has been transferred from the public sector to the private sector. Your laws and your policies are written by corporate lawyers, not by congressmen. You know, your democracy has actually become like the British monarchy. It's just an empty tradition. You know, you go out to vote the same way that British people will go out and line the streets just to watch the king pass by on a horse and carriage. It's just a nod to the lore and heritage of your society. It's a ritual that has no real significance beyond the psychological and the emotional. It's a collective, society-wide, self-soothing gesture. America is a corporate authoritarian system cosplaying as a democracy. And everybody around the world sees you. You people who are campaigning for Trump or campaigning for Harris, everyone around the world sees you as someone who's like at a cosplay event and dressed up like Iron Man, but who actually thinks that the buttons on his costume work. We have to elect Trump, or the meteor is going to destroy the earth. We have to elect Harris, or multi-dimensional aliens will kill us all. You're really invested in the fantasy storyline. But nobody in the world thinks that your democracy exists except for you. Because we know all too well what your democracy looks like when you export it to us. And you have the same one that you sent us, which means that you don't have one either. Look, you are not constituents of politicians, you're constituents of companies, and you need to organize yourselves along these lines. Democratize private sector power. At some point, your activism and your strategy has to actually be informed by the real existing power dynamics in your society, not just by the official version of the power structure that they taught you in civics class. Until you do that, I'm telling you that the harder you work for this party or the harder you work for that party, well, you're doing nothing but fortify and reinforce your own disenfranchisement and your own irrelevance.
This guy is not only brilliant, but he's right on the money. He's right on the money. All right. Okay. We have two more to play. One is on Donald Trump, a recent video, and then the other one is a little red pill dating and relationships, the problems with dating the modern woman. Okay, let me just address the commentary here. All right. Well, $25 for a Costco membership in Mexico is quite expensive. I think I loved the new Mexican government, starting with 6 years of President Obrador and his right-hand person, the woman that got elected, which is another 6 years, a total of 12 years of my favorite system, democratic socialism, where the rich pay their fair share in taxes, including back taxes. The corrupt judges are removed. All corruption is removed, and everything is done for the people, and the power returns to the people where it belongs. Well, Trump, with the help of Mitch McConnell, old turtle face, made sure they stacked the Supreme Court with right-wingers. That's why they overturned Roe versus Wade. No. Donald Trump is like 6'3" or 6'4". Stop being silly there, Nina Yordi, from the ocean state of Rhode Island, which is a lovely state with lovely seafood. What are you drinking? Nina has a very nice mustard yellow dresser all the way in the background. You guys are being silly. Come on. Trump is tall. Come on, man. I'll do what Joe Biden does. Come on, man. Come on. Executive orders. Well, if Joe Biden didn't have raisin balls, or if he really cared about the American people, he would have signed a whole bunch of executive orders before he leaves office, including stacking the Supreme Court with progressives, forgiving all student loans, because American academia is a racket. The tuition is astronomically insane, number one. Number two, the U.S. economy and job market will never allow those students to pay back those loans. They will never, ever pay back those loans. They will be in debt for the rest of their lives. So forgive the student loans and do all sorts of good stuff for the people. Infrastructure. How come Europe and Asia has high-speed rail and we have old dinosaur piece of shit Amtrak? Why? I tell you, I got to give credit for the fat right-winger extremist Ron DeSantis of Florida. It's the first state that is allowing high-speed rail, modern high-speed rail, even though it's privatized, which is not good, but it's better than nothing. It's a start. And it's high-speed rail to get people to and from Orlando, so it involves making money. It's not, to improve public transportation in Florida, getting people, connecting all the major cities of Florida for the sake of modern high-speed public transportation. It has to do with Orlando, but it's a start. So why isn't Washington joining the rest of the world with high-speed rail? Why? I have no idea. Do you know? I don't know. Okay. Let me get on the next.
Can you imagine you're a parent and your son leaves the house and your son comes back with a brutal operation?
Look, I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life.
I better win, or you're going to have problems like we've never had. We may have no country left. It may be our last election. You want to know the truth? People have said that. This may be our last election. You got to get out and vote.
First of all, nobody is saying that except you, and the only reason is because it's gonna be your last election, especially after what happened during this insane speech. Because, geez, folks, Dementia Don's mental decline was on full display at his off-the-rails rally in Wisconsin today. And it got so bad that not only did he blunder over and over again, mixing up words, going on tangents, showing he knows nothing about economics, but he also made an incredibly untimely and potentially catastrophic mistake late into his hate speech that left even his crowd of fervent MAGA supporters stunned silent. And even before that devastating and distasteful remark that clearly didn't sit well with his audience, this rally was already off to an insane start.
Now, Alphonse Capone led a very violent life, but according to I am a much worse person than Alphonse Capone.
Much worse than Al Capone to a single laugh, but fret not, folks, the good old Hannibal Lecter wasn't far behind.
And then the press, when I say Dr. Hannibal Lecter, the press says, oh, why did he mention that? They're wise guys back there, just wise guys. They say he rambled and started talking about Hannibal Lecter. What does that have to do? That's a representative of people that are coming into our country. Dr. Hannibal Lecter, he will have you for dinner. You know that? He will have you for dinner.
You got to admit, he's extremely entertaining and funny. He's a showman. That's what he is. He a blundering, floundering real estate tycoon with many bankrupt businesses. Actually, just about all of them, really. All of them. Not just about. And he's a showman. Showbiz. But, yeah, what are you going to do? America is infested with imbeciles. Now, if Joe Biden only pardons his son, Hunter Biden, that means he only takes care of his family. He doesn't give a shit about the American people. That's what that means.
with him trying to retroactively make his rambling make sense while again attacking the free press and somehow making himself
Patrick Stewart. No, that guy was brilliant. That guy was right on the money, Gabriel Celaya.
seem even worse than the first time he brought it up, which was followed quickly by this moment where his brain was clearly on the fritz.
They wanted to indict senators to find out what the hell is going on. Great innocent people, great patriots have been indicted by Fawny and her boyfriend, and it's a disgrace. You had people that are in their 80s. Would you sign here? You know, Thomas Jefferson did the same kind of things. Alexander Hamilton, lots of people all throughout the ages. Hillary Clinton wouldn't acknowledge the election. All of these senators like Shifty Schiff, can you imagine? Shifty Adam Schiff, all of them, they disputed the 2016 election. It's okay for them to do it. But if we do it, it's a serious, serious crime. These people are sick. We got to get them the hell out of there. We have to win this election.
The only one sick on that stage is Donald Trump himself, and it's in his head. Because I don't even think Trump himself knew what he was saying there. God knows nobody in that crowd was following a damn thing he said. I mean, hell, the dumbass even fell for Putin yet again trolling our elections.
I knew Putin. I knew him well. And, you know, he endorsed, I don't know if you saw the other day, he endorsed Kamala. He endorsed Kamala. I was very offended by that. I wonder why he endorsed Kamala. No, he's a chess player. Was it done with a smile, Ron? Was it done with a smile? I think it was done maybe with a smile. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Nobody's going to figure it out. They're about 19 steps ahead of us. But this whole Russia thing, nobody was tougher on Russia in history than Trump. And the person that knows that better than anyone is President Vladimir Putin. He knows it better than anyone.
And just some quick context on that before we get to Trump's fatal error from this rally. Aside from him again praising Putin and purposefully mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name, he's referring to Vladimir Putin trolling the US presidential race with a quote endorsement of Kamala Harris from this week, where Putin raised eyebrows when he expressed support for Vice President Harris and her presidential bid, flattering her, saying, "Our favorite, if you can call it that, was the current president, Mr. Joe Biden, but he was removed from the race, and he recommended all his supporters to support Miss Harris. Well, we will do so. We will support her." She laughs so expressively and infectiously that it means that she is doing well. He also criticized Donald Trump for placing, quote, so many restrictions and sanctions against Russia like no other president has ever introduced before him, with his comments coming on the heels of sweeping sanctions announced by the Biden administration to combat a Russian government-backed disinformation effort to influence the 2024 elections and boost Trump's candidacy. And it is clear that Putin is simply trying to troll and stir the pot of US domestic politics with these statements. He doesn't actually believe them. This coming from a guy that loved House of Cards so much that he recommended it to his ministers. And if Putin's take on US election politics is seen through the lens of House of Cards, then Putin's support of Harris is a sort of Frank Underwood move, a kind of endorsement poisonous to its recipient. But even that had nothing on this next brutal moment where Trump made quite possibly his worst and most fatal error to date that left his crowd speechless.
Can you imagine you're a parent and your son leaves the house and you say, "Jimmy, I love you so much. Go have a good day in school." And your son comes back with a brutal operation. Can you even imagine this? What the hell is wrong with our country?
And you could hear a pin drop in that crowd as Donald Trump started those statements of, could you imagine sending your kid to school? Mere days after yet another mass school shooting in Atlanta, Georgia, that left 4 people dead. And he uses it to flame a transphobic culture war issue while standing behind bulletproof glass. And this just after J.D. Vance made these equally insane and disrespectful remarks just the other day.
Now look, the Kamala Harris answer to this is to take law-abiding American citizens' guns away from them. That is what Kamala Harris wants to do. She says, look, I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets. And we have got to bolster security at our schools so that a person who walks through the front door, we've got to bolster security so that if a psycho wants to walk through the front door and kill a bunch of children, they're not able to. And again, as a parent, do I want my kid's school to have additional security? No, of course I don't. I don't want my kids to go to school in a place where they feel like you've got to have additional security, but that is increasingly the reality that we live in.
And that is rich, coming from the guy and the party who vehemently and repeatedly oppose gun control measures, calling school shootings inevitable and a fact of life while standing behind bulletproof glass giving their speeches. And maybe you're wondering, oh, why doesn't Donald Trump just give his rallies inside where there's heightened security and less chances for a shooter to ping him in the ear? Well, that's because many cities won't even let Donald Trump hold rallies inside venues because he doesn't pay them. And look, as disgusting and terrible as both of these men are, it seems like even the MAGA lunatics crazy enough to go and attend these rallies in person are finally realizing Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and the Republican Party writ large couldn't give a damn about the safety of any American's children's, with maybe the exception.
Brother in Christ. Those right-wing evangelicals wouldn't know the God of the Bible if it bit them on the tip of their nose. All they do is cherry pick from the Old Testament. Now, the American infrastructure and public transportation is a disgrace and an embarrassment. My friend in China and even in Japan, they send me videos of train stations over there, and they look like big, modern, ultra clean shopping malls. You don't see graffiti anywhere. Everything is spotless and clean. No ghetto riffraff anywhere. Okay, you could put a glass of red wine in a stemware glass on a table going over 200 miles an hour, and not one drop of wine is spilled on the table. Okay, this country thinks it's superior to everyone else. You got your right-wing flag-waving nationalists. You got your fake, phony, fraud, counterfeit Christians. And this is not God's country. Maybe Satan's main headquarters is Washington, D.C., but no. Americans are so brainwashed and delusional, it's pathetic. All right. Now, Ronnie Simpson doesn't want to come on the show because he says it sounds boring, but I told him that's only the first hour. But what I told him, if I was defending the right wing and the Republican Party, I told him that you would jump on the show immediately. Anyway, if he's a right winger like other people I've had on the show, if he's a closet right winger, then that's it. Life goes on. I'm not inviting certain people on the show anymore.
Of their own. And frankly, I couldn't think of a more poignant way to put this whole thing than this Instagram user Nikita Dumptruck did in her video just after the shooting happened.
If your child comes home in drag, you're lucky. If your child comes home with new pronouns and blue hair, you're lucky. If your child comes home quoting Malcolm X because that's what they learned in their critical race theory class, you're lucky. If your child comes home, you're lucky.
Thanks for watching, folks. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hess, and I'll see you all.
Yeah. Well, now we're gonna have some fun. The last one is about dating. Let me send out the links, and let me address some of the commentary. No child left behind. Hey, my friend Bart Robinson is here. Our political choices are pathetic. The country is screwed. Glad I'm not a young kid growing up. Well, what I don't understand is, now I'm going to bash the Biden administration because I'm not a registered Democrat. I'm a registered progressive independent. I never supported the establishment. To me, the Democrats are the establishment, the Republicans are the establishment. You have neoconservatives, neoliberals. why in hell does the press secretary have to be a lesbian black female? Why does it have to be a lesbian black female? Why couldn't it be just a straight black female? You see how they pander for votes? And why must another appointee in a Biden administration, I don't know what job I'm going to say it, I don't know what job it has, but it's the ugliest transgender I've ever seen in my life. I think Bill Clinton did that. When Bill Clinton got elected, I'm sure Hillary forced him to do it. He gave two important jobs to two lesbians, ugly ones too, Janet Reno and Donna Shalala. You know, so what I'm trying to say is I despise neoliberalism. I am not politically correct at all. I don't believe in giving special treat to any lobbying group. No one should be treated special. No one is better than anyone else. And but that's what the neoliberals do. You know, I'll send you the link. No Child Left Behind. Intergalactic. Oh, I'm looking forward to that, man. Send it to me. Send it to me on Facebook Messenger, Jordy, my friend. I will send you the link. Bart Robinson, I hope you had a good week. I hope your workouts have been going well. I've been posting many important things on original holistic health talk, and I have been using a specific workout system that is working wonders for me. This is my face, not on the wheel yet. You know, I don't give a fuck with that guy in Florida if he likes it or not. Number one, I know you busted. I know what you're doing. You're teasing me about him. I never put his face, which only a mother can love, in the middle of a wheel. I only put BJ's Wholesale Club. I mean, Christopher Nichols. I only put his face in the middle of the wheel. The guy in Florida was never in the middle of the wheel. So, you know what? He was trying to get tough with me, and I had no intention of putting his face in the middle of the wheel. And he's a wise ass. And I would love to give him an old-fashioned New Jersey knuckle sandwich. Piece of guy pisses me off. Fucking booze hound. Motherfucker. That's okay. You can do all caps. I don't care. I've been playing the Sherlock Holmes games. The new one sucks ass. I don't know about Sherlock Holmes. Hey, finally a breath of fresh air. Western Mike saw an elder with another elder on a bike flip off two young kids on bikes for no reason. Why did they do that? I think they need more fiber in their diet, the two elders. Since they're elders, does that mean they drink elderberry wine? All right. Two elders. Let me do the elder. Excuse me, sonny boy. You're getting a little too close to my bicycle, you know? Oh, man. Western Mike, gotta love him. Western Mike, Western Mike, Western Mike, Western. See, I don't call you bro. I don't call you chief. I don't call you doc. I call you Michael. I call you by your correct name, Michael. Oh, Bart Robertson likes my old bag imitation. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll do it even better. Excuse me, sonny boy. You're getting a little too close to my bicycle here, my tricycle with the sidecar, you know. I got my best friend. We play canasta and bridge and pinochle. I never played pinochle. I never played pinochle before. What the, and there's a special pinochle deck. I have no idea what that is. Excuse me, we play pinochle. My favorite drink is a royal flush, prune juice and vodka. Prune juice and vodka is a royal flush. Give me a chance, brother, 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 brother. Give me a chance. You're not giving me a chance to send you the link. Holy mackerel, look at all these greetings. You know what? I better send. I'll send that wise ass a link also, even though he says that the show's boring and he's not coming on. Okay. What I don't like is he's pro free enterprise, capitalism. That's the problem. I don't care what someone's religion is, you know, but once they start promoting capitalism and trying to take away social services that the rich should pay for to help the poor, that's where I draw the line. Okay, so we know Ronnie Simpson's a right winger that has been trying to hide in the closet every time he comes on my show. I always suspected it. So, okay, let's see. We're going to send it to him. And we're going to send it to, let's see. We'll send it to him. And we'll send it to him. And we'll send it to her. And we'll send it to, no, not him. He's another right winger in the closet. And we'll send it to him. Let's see. I'm looking for you, man. I'm looking for you, man. We'll send it to him. And we'll send it to all I gotta say is fuck him, motherfucker. Let's see. I'm looking for him. Where the hell is he? Mark Zuckerberg must have put him all the way on the bottom. Must have put him all the way on the bottom. I bet. Oh my God, Jordy. Mark Zuckerberg, that hook-nosed motherfucker, put you all the way on the bottom. Oh, where the hell are you? Look, you're not even there. Hold on, I'm going to have to do it this way. There we go. All right, Jordy, I sent you the link. All right, let me get back to holy man, look at all this. Yeah, right. Okay, gotcha. I see it. Maybe Shalala and Reno hit it off and shut the door and blind the door so people won't hear their meetings. Well, you think they were doing a little carpet munching? Western Mike? Lesbianism can be tribal. Wasn't Whitney Houston a closeted? She might have been. I think she probably went to Epstein's resort and partook in who knows, a lot of famous people, including the entertainment and music industry and politics, went to Epstein's resort. Yeah, well, Whitney Houston, it's a shame what happened to her. I mean, what a talent. The woman could hold a note like, but not many people I've heard, and she was a beautiful woman. And I don't know if some people blame that boyfriend of hers. What was his name? Bobby Brown? Charlie Brown. He's a clown. That Charlie Brown. How come everybody's always picking on me? Charlie Brown. You losers. Aesop's fable. You losers have just lost the will to live. Aesop's fable, aka Red Rooster. Red Rooster, a bunch of crybabies. Red Rooster says everybody's a crybaby because, hey, somebody came on the show and because I didn't bring the person on like immediately, they left. I'm doing well, James. Glad to see you. Yeah, everybody's a crybaby to Red Rooster because he was in the Marines, and the Marines just are suckers, just like for the military-industrial complex. He was a strong lover. He was a strong lover. Yeah, right. You're a scrawny little ghetto fuck. We turn Mike Cheese. Hold on, let me bring him on. There he is, Geordie of Geordie's Den. How you doing, Geordie? From Scotland.
Yo, how you doing, James?
Geordie from Scotland is here. I'm glad to see him as always. Elder abuse is in the rise. It's a lot of abuse. That's why all people should learn martial arts or carry a weapon, a walking stick that is also a weapon. Because everybody was kung fu fighting. They were as fast as lightning. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Anyway, I got distracted here. If you go to coldsteel.com, you'll see walking sticks, elderly folks. You'll see walking sticks and canes. They can smash a cinder block with one blow. I don't mean blow like, I mean like one shot, like
one shot.
Aesop's fable. Prove it. Aesop's. Aesop, what is it? Aesop means a man who likes to get teabagged, who likes to suck on other men's balls. That's what Aesop means. Love you, JPM. Thank you.
Aesop means ASAP, as soon as possible. He likes his balls dipped as soon as possible. Boom, 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 boom.
ASAP. Cheers, Bart. Oh no, you're here. You don't have. I love you. On the screen. Words on the screen. Words on the screen is better than jism on the screen. Give words on a screen a name. People will fall in love with it. I'll call it plastered words. I don't know. Kind of funny. Everybody was Aesop's. Everybody was kung fu fighting. As lightning. Okay, now hold on. Geordie's Den. I can't find the link. Of course you found the link. You're here.
Who the fuck is that Geordie's Den guy? Who the fuck is that Geordie's Den guy? He's an asshole.
Texas Storm Chaser. Greetings from Texas. deep in the heart of Texas, the
Shut
Yellow
up.
Rose of Texas.
Greens for Texas.
That's because you came out of the right wing closet and you
The left
you
wing.
profess
The right
your
wing.
love for capitalism. You'll get a link. Hold on. At least nobody persecutes anybody here for not agreeing with our opinions. Like some people that used to come on, they used to go on and on and on and on and on. And if you disagree
No.
with their views, then you were no good. And then they
What's that?
what?
What was that? What was that? What the fuck was that?
No, this is like Pontius
What was
Pilate.
that shit? What was that shit? What was that?
You like this better? They do this in Scotland, right? Hold on, you'll get the link. All these people are like, you're so impatient, man. Come on, man. He's doing Joe Biden. Come on, man. Anyway, this is officially the open topic talk segment of Progressive Discussions. What the fuck is this show called again? Progressive Discussions, Uncensored Saturday. That's right.
Progressive discussions.
All right. My Western Mike may join later. Yeah, wait. You know what's nice? Sundown over Western Mike's terrace, and then he puts the planetarium on. Because Western Mike used to do a lot of great shows on the terrace, which is terrace. I'm just, guys got. You guys got EBGBs, man. He's got EBGBs. All right, it's done.
Our progressives on.
Come on, man. Joe Biden always said, "Come on, man." I enjoyed your panelist from Tennessee. I think, he's the guy that got mad that people didn't agree with.
James, have a little bit of a puff, and you go progressive chill downs. A little bit of a chill down.
Now, it's a known fact that women that I'm not kidding. This is actually medical. Women that have a clitoris that is closer to their everybody.
Yes.
Anyway, like I said before, women that have their clitoris closer to their vaginal opening are able to have orgasm with penetration, and women with the clitoris farther away from their vaginal opening respond more to oral sex. Now, who's this? John Womack. Oh, I remember Johnny Womack. Sipping on my Four Loko. Yeah, but Johnny Womack, you used to get very intoxicated on those shows.
Oh wow, Four Loko. That's a strong fucking drink. Man.
Yeah, you see, we have to be coherent and we have to be able to and communicate. Speaking of communication, before I forget, send me the link to your new song because I will play it. I will play Jordy K's new song, Intergalactica.
Thank you. Intergalactica. That's my new one in the mix. But I have one called Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yes.
Oh man, let me try to find your
Las
Jordy.
Vegas party.
Oh yeah, send me the link and I'll play the song.
Hold on. I think I can maybe find it. I will send you it after this.
No, he's very healthy. He's very much healthy, alive and kicking. He's just mad that we did not agree with the outrageous things that he was claiming. I sent you the link. Come on, man. I sent it to you on Messenger. What the hell's the matter with you?
Ronnie, get your ass up on the air.
I sent him the link. Hold on. He's trying to accuse me of not. He saw the link. He's busting my coolioons.
He's just trying to be funny.
I saw him. He looked at the link just now.
He's trying to be funny. That's what he does.
I know.
He just tries to be funny.
Come on, man. How could
Right.
he just leave the
But
show?
the thing is, right? 90 times out of 10, he's funny. But like, yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe he's serious. Maybe he might join.
You know what? I want to talk to him about sports because I am really pissed off about this Yankees general manager Brian Cashman.
Yankees?
There he is. Yeah.
There he is, Ronnie, my bro.
Brian Cashman has no intentions of bringing the Martian Jason Dominguez up at all. He wants to leave him in AAA, and he wants to continue playing Alex Verdugo, who is having the worst season of his career.
I want to make sure there's no faggots here.
Not that I know.
Just double check.
No faggots, no. Is there any faggots here?
Check.
Please let
check,
me
check.
know.
You know what I noticed that.
Hey, you got to be careful these
Any
days. Man. You never
faggots
know.
here? No.
You know what the problem
no,
is? Another problem is that many cross-dressers like to call themselves transgenders, but they are not transgenders. They are cross-dressers.
Okay. So, all right. Tell us, James. What did it used to be? So you
What's
had
a
the
cross-dresser?
cross-dressers. Yeah.
A cross-dresser.
Now they're calling themselves a transgender, right?
They're trying to pass
I'm
themselves
sorry,
off
Paul.
as trans.
James.
What happened?
If you
talk to what?
If you are born with a cock, you're a guy. If you're born with a pussy,
you're born with male genitalia, you're
Yeah, but James, what's going on in your neighborhood? You have some weird shit over there?
No, but you know where I had weird shit going on before I left in my hometown? There were a lot of lesbian.
A lot of boombalottis?
There were a lot of lesbian couples walking around hand in hand.
Landing. Oh. But not the boys. Not the boys.
But they weren't the hot bisexual.
The butch ones, right?
They were the butch ones, the ugly ones.
Now, is a butch attracted to another butch, or does she usually like the more feminine one?
No, it's usually the opposite way.
Like a butch with a feminine, right? That makes more sense.
It's usually a feminine and a butch. But let me tell you, have you ever noticed that when two gay men get married?
I never saw that. I've never seen that happen.
When two gay men are married, they call each other husband.
That's a travesty, man. Two gay men getting married.
No, let me finish my observation. They call each other husbands.
Like Pete Booty Boy does that.
There's no husband and wife. If the two gay men get married, they're both husbands.
It's horrible.
Okay. I'm all for like.
You're all for what, Jordy? What are you for?
No, if a man and a man want to get married,
I despise
go for it.
Paying for everything out of pocket.
I'm not that way. I'm not saying like that's if a man and a man wants to get married, God bless, go for it. Good.
I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do.
Did you say God bless him, Jordy?
Yeah, God bless him. God bless
him. If a man and a man, God's not going to bless that, Jordy.
But
he's not going to bless that.
No, doesn't the Bible say it's an abomination?
It is an abomination. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem.
They have to get.
I think you say live and let live. But
they should get a civil They should have a.
They should stay in a closet, right?
They should
get back in the closet. You don't have to get married. Nobody wants to see you married.
Well, why do you have to?
Cut it out.
I think they're getting married just to.
They don't want to get married. They
don't want to get married, but they do it just to spout.
They're just going for that just to fuck with a decent society. They don't want to get married.
They're pushing their agenda.
They're pushing it down our throats, James. They've been doing it for years. you know,
Yeah.
and it's just getting worse and worse.
There's no need for them to get married. Actually, there's really
They don't even want to get married. That's the thing. They don't even want to get married.
even heterosexual straight people
Don't
it's
want to get married these days, right?
no, because look, the man gets screwed over if he gets married.
The poor man, yeah.
The poor man has to,
Poor fucking man.
if he has just one kid with her,
What about if he has 3 kids?
then he might as well live in a pigeon coop. He might as well check it.
That's what we're supposed to do, though, right? You know, if you do everything the right way, you have 3 kids, got a wife,
Yeah,
got a
you know,
job,
but the woman is
and then
no
what
innocent.
happens? She cheats on
The
you,
woman,
and
Ronnie,
all right,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
copy you. I'm gonna copy
Go
you.
ahead.
I'm gonna put my hat on.
pool boy. She cheats on you with the gardener and the
With
pool
the pool
boy.
boy, oh man,
But
with
listen,
Jose, right? With Jose at the pool.
no, Jose and Hose B. But the thing is that when a man has a kid, whether it be one kid or more,
All right.
Oh man,
But what I say is, I
he gets
live
a
and let
lawyer.
live. You know, I
You know
live
what
and
a
let
lawyer
live.
is, Jordy? She gets a lawyer and she takes the man to
Jordy
the
knows
pool.
what a lawyer is.
Yeah,
I ain't got no lawyers. You
she
think that
takes
me
him
and
to
money?
nobody cares about the poor sucker going to the poorhouse.
No,
They take
no,
it
no.
because the system treats
What
the
do they call it?
woman
Wash them out. Wash them out. It's basically hose him off for all he's got, right?
to
That's
the
what they're doing.
cleaners.
They're hosing him off for all he's got.
So where is this equality then?
So James,
Where is the equality?
did you watch that video I sent you earlier today with that guy in Long Island? That's an interesting story.
Not
man.
yet.
That's an
That's really
interesting
terrible.
story.
That a divorced woman can't date and have a happy life without some ex.
Well, she got killed
doing
by you know. That's Long
Oh,
Island for you, man. There's so much money there,
she got killed.
James. You know,
This is
James.
why.
You're from the area.
This is why.
I tell you, there's so much money. This is let me just say this real quick. There's too much money up there in New York and Long Island specifically.
This
These
is why
people have so much money,
they don't know what to do.
and their priorities are fucked up. This guy's priorities were not right. This guy's
Was he-
priorities were not right.
Was he a hawk nose or
He was
Pinocchio?
a construction guy, right? So all right. I mean, you know,
Construction
he's
guy.
already doing. He's got some shady business right there.
Yes.
He's got a pretty ex-wife at this point. You know, a blondie. But it's like all this for a woman, for a fucking woman, and that and he's driving himself crazy for this fucking broad, man.
Now he ruined his life.
He ruined his life.
But do you see the hypocrisy in this equality bullshit, this feminism, where the woman is no innocent.
As long as you have a pretty face, a set of veneers, white veneers, and blue eyes, right, and blonde hair.
Yeah.
And you can and you have a nice smile. You know, James. You know.
Yeah. Well, you could have dark brown hair or black hair.
No, but these days it's the blondes. The blondes are in.
So Kate.
Yeah, that's why so many minority girls are dyeing their hair. If you know.
That's why. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're not really blonde.
Ronnie, my ex girlfriend used to look exactly the way you described right there.
Yeah, it's a popular look. I know it is.
Black girls.
Even the black girls want to be blonde.
Hispanic girls dyeing.
Yeah,
their hair.
even the black girls.
I've seen Asian girls dye blonde.
Black women are beautiful. No, beautiful. Yep.
Actually, the thing is that you're gonna love this video. This is a red pill dating.
Now, do you have anything from Hulk Hogan or no?
Hulk Hogan.
Didn't I play that already?
That's like that with the fucking mustache, right? No, I don't know.
What Hulk Hogan said was after what Chris Benoit did, that makes what he said concerning his daughter Brooke was her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brooke.
You know, dating a black guy that makes it look like nothing.
What did he say?
Well, he didn't like the idea that she was dating a black guy.
He
So
called him a nigger, right?
yeah,
He used the infamous N word. Oh,
he used
yeah,
the info,
yeah,
but he didn't do it like
A nigger.
publicly. In other words, there was a hot
No,
microphone.
it was to like his friend, right? He said it to his friend. Something.
Oh, that
A
fucking
nigger.
Was it the sponge guy?
spongy.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking
No,
asshole,
an
man.
N-word. An N-word.
He was taping
He was taping him, and he didn't know it at the time.
with his wife or girlfriend.
I think both.
Okay.
I think both.
He was taping it.
He was taping him having sex. Yeah,
without his consent.
without him knowing. Right. And then he sold it, right?
See,
He sold
that's
the
not
tape.
right. That's not right.
What a
That's
friend.
not right.
What a
It was something the love sponge. Bubba the love sponge.
Bubba the Love Sponge, yeah.
Love sponge.
For Loco, it's what's his name? Jordy could tell you what it is. I have no idea what
For local, that's a strong vodka liqueur, which is like 12%. It's a strong motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
cheers.
just a strong beer, man.
Cheers,
Strong
man.
beer.
Cheers.
It's
If
like
you do-
Anybody can get it at your local gas station, right?
Did you know that Rumpelminz, the imported
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Hey, yeah, I got Rumpelstiltskin on PlayStation, man. He's a kick-ass
Yeah.
dude. me
Rumpelminz,
and Rumpelstiltskin play some cards.
German, imported German, peppermint
He's a
schnapps.
cool dude.
This is
He's a cool
peppermint
dude.
schnapps. Is 50% alcohol. Most are liquor
What?
40%
What is it,
alcohol.
James?
This is 50.
James, what was it?
So it's a cordial. No, Rumpelminz. Peppermint schnapps is 50%.
Like the schnapps? Yeah.
But it's like it's sweet, you know. Well, it's not as sweet as regular liqueurs.
But what
Oh,
what is
yeah.
a Rumpelstiltskin?
My ex-girlfriend used to love pepper peach schnapps.
Where was she
Peach
from,
schnapps.
Jordy? Was she from Scotland?
Scotland, where I live. She was from Berwick, so I live in Glasgow. She was from Berwick, so it was basically an hour.
Wait, so you were both from Scotland, all right?
Yeah. We're both from Scotland.
Scotland, right? What do you call it? Scotland regular? Is that what you call it?
Huh?
Scotland regular? Is that what it's
Well,
called?
I live in Glasgow, so she was in Berwick, so it was basically 1 hour train journey. Yeah, that's what she loved.
So my family, I found out, guys, are immigrated from Ireland to the U.S. from, I found out, the county Cork, all the way in the south of Ireland.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I didn't know you were Irish.
The most South Ireland.
West. It's Southwest Ireland.
Yeah.
County.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I never knew you were Irish. You were a little bit Irish. Sorry.
County Wicklow.
Jordy, hold on, let him talk.
County Wicklow is in southeastern part of Ireland. That's where they grow the black thorns for the shillelaghs.
So we think, Jordy, what we think is my first family moved here during the potato famine.
Those potatoes again,
a
man.
lot
of problems.
A long time ago. It was my grandparents' grandparents.
So you're talking about
okay. I have a question. I have one question about the potato.
Isn't that interesting though?
Yes, yeah, it is. I think a lot of Irish people came to the United States either during or because of.
But I think it's interesting that Jordy actually knows the area too, right? Because Jordy's from Scotland.
Do you know that the potato came from the Andes Mountains of?
I do know that. That is true.
Now what did the Irish? What was the staple food
before the potato? I don't even know.
The potato was brought to the old world.
I don't know,
what
man.
Did the Irish eat?
Maybe nothing, right?
I don't know. They had land. They had
I don't
lamb,
know.
right? They had
Lamb?
chick- they
Lamb?
had,
Like the Lamb of God?
I like lamb.
I like lamb too. Mutton,
I eat
which
lamb.
is a full-grown sheep.
The
Now,
Jews used to sacrifice lamb.
yes, sacrificial lamb.
They did, really. They really
Yeah,
did.
but the lambs in Israel had a big hook nose.
Sacrifice. Is it a fucking pentagram? The pentagram.
They had a hook nose. Those
No,
those lambs
Okay,
down there.
okay.
usually they deep fry it.
No, because James, those lambs weren't the Ashkenazi.
Yeah, I
Jews.
know. Now the Irish,
The real
had-
Jews didn't have the big noses. I don't think.
no, that was the Eastern Europeans.
Yeah,
Mm,
So
white
the
boys,
what do you call it? The Khazars, the Khazars.
Khazars, yeah.
Now
Caucasians too.
now the King of England,
The king of Henry the Eighth, right?
he controlled so much in Ireland that the people can only own like a little bit of
He was an
land
asshole, yeah.
around the college.
yeah, he's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking Tory.
They couldn't even.
He didn't
fish.
give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. He was all about money.
They couldn't.
He was all about giving money to the money. He was all about making rich for the rich. He didn't give a fuck about the poor.
They couldn't herd their own sheep.
All the kings and all the Tories are fucking
The king's
assholes.
horses and all the king's men.
Oh,
They
no,
couldn't
no,
put
no.
Humpty Dumpty back together again.
No, not that.
He was a big egg. He was a good egg too.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
All of the Tories are heartless bastards.
The Tories, yeah. I don't know about British politics, Jordy.
I don't care. I don't care about British politics.
But I'll take your word for it, man.
The Tories are awesome.
Gabriel is spelling every word wrong because he's Mexican, right?
Anyways, moving on.
Malt beverage, not melt. Melt is what I put on
and what's his name?
Melt is what
Gabriel. He'll never join a show. He doesn't want to join.
What's his name? Mince and potatoes.
Gabriel Salaya. He doesn't want to join any shows.
I sent him the link.
He's
Now-
always he talks and
Western Mike. He
Oh,
types
Western Mike.
I sent Western Mike, and he says he might be on later. What does that mean?
He's not. He's no. That's a no. That's a no.
That means
He's saying he's not ready right now. He might be on.
You know what, James? That is telling you. That's telling you to exactly do that to him. He's telling you to jerk him off. That's what Western Mike's telling.
when somebody says, I'll get back to you.
I need to grab a beer.
Yeah. Don't believe any of that stuff.
I've had people.
Nobody believe any of that. Any of these
I've
words,
had people
right?
tell me I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. You know what?
I'll talk to you. What about this, James? I'll talk to you later. What about that one?
There is no later.
When is later? When the fuck is later?
When is later?
But you can then use that on them and say, all right, I'll talk to you later. Right?
Yeah, that means their private life.
They're too busy for you. They don't have time to give you attention. That's the thing.
Yeah, their private life is so precious. It's so special.
Exactly. Their private life, or even their public life.
They could be.
They want to show themselves as very important people.
They could be sitting in their living room or bedroom,
right.
With a penis pump on their.
What as far as what do you call it? A phallic figure.
A phallic figure
in their hand, right? And they're moving it up and down.
Yeah,
they don't care as long as they're getting a little bit of.
No, what I mean is
all they want is attention, though. That's what I'm saying.
Analyze the so-called important, self-righteous, busy people that their time,
the homos.
Their private time is just so precious that they have to let you know if you're worthy of them spending like maybe 1 minute with you.
Yeah.
What do they do? What do busy people actually
Well, what
do?
makes them worthy for you to see what they're doing for 1 minute? Right?
See,
They have to. What are they doing?
Right.
So,
Okay.
Gabriel says he's going to talk to us later. I don't care.
Right.
You know,
You
I'll talk to him later.
Yeah, but you know how many people?
Nobody cares, Gabriel.
You know, many people say, like me and Ronnie were saying, I'll get back to you. I'll let you know.
Well, what about this one? I'll catch you later. What about that one?
I'll catch you later.
I'll catch you later.
But there is no later.
Catch you later.
Well, you're not going to catch anybody anyway, whether it's later or not. So it's two negatives in one.
Listen, there's
that's two negatives in one.
There's this.
I'll catch you.
I'll catch
right?
you.
Are you're not going to catch anybody? I'll catch you. I'll catch you later. You're not going to catch anybody. You're not going to catch anybody later. Right? So that's basically taking you out of context at that point, because nobody's going to take you seriously after you say that.
There's this black woman that I know for years.
Well, okay, so there you go. You said it. You started off with that.
Where'd he go?
He left.
Oh,
he got upset.
All right, I got upset. Whatever. Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
We have to be very clean here on YouTube, right?
You mean G-rated?
There he is.
We have to be G-rated. I don't think so.
Ronnie.
Anyway, hold on.
Jordy wants to say something here, James.
Ronnie, open my beer.
Cracking up, man.
Ronnie, open my beer for me.
You want me to open your beer?
Open the fucking beer for me. Hold on, I'll do it myself.
Is it possible for a girl?
James is not drinking anything, right?
Is it possible? I see.
There we go.
Is it possible for a girl to have such strong gluteus maximus muscles she can open a beer up with her ass?
No.
Like to stick it
unless maybe she's black. She might be black.
Now, like I said, there's this black woman I know for years.
Hey, Katie.
We
Katie.
get along.
No,
can I ever make a statement without having to strain my voice? I've known her for years. Very nice woman. Very smart.
What's her name?
For years, I don't know.
What's her name?
But for years, she's been telling me, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Meanwhile, James, you're going for that, man. No.
So you know what that means?
No.
Ronnie, I'm gonna be honest.
Cheers, Carrie.
Listen, I'm gonna be
baby.
Hold on for a second. Forgive me for doing this, but I gotta do it. What that means in reality is that
she's playing you for a pigeon, right?
I'm Whitey. I'm a honky.
Exactly. Yeah,
she don't want to be on my show, but if it was all black show, she'd come on. That's what that means.
Oh, you've asked her to be on the show?
Yeah, because she's smart and she would contribute. There you go. She would contribute to the show. But I noticed that everybody on her profile and her friends,
James, you don't need that. It's better that you should just step away.
Now, but
just step away.
Believe it or not, there are neoliberals out there who actually believe that there's no such thing as reverse racism, and that's hogwash.
Maybe Jordy believes that.
Jordy keeps on leaving because we won't talk about booze and beer.
Yeah, but if you think about what the kind of things that Jordy is usually for, it might make some sense, right? Right?
Well, he could be like he's a little bit like my sister. They're Pollyannas. The world has to be fun and life is a party and everybody's
nothing's real, right? It's all just a big fairy tale land.
They look at the world with rose-colored.
I mean, what the fuck, man? New York City It's not a fairy tale. You know that.
No,
New Jersey is not a fairy tale.
these are well. So
Even if you move to Florida, you got so many people these days moving to Florida, right? From New York.
And even my friend in
And
Joe
everybody had. All right, go ahead.
Joe in
What are you
Jacksonville.
saying?
Joe in Jacksonville says
Joe or the guy that the Mr. Cleaner guy?
Mr. Clean says the cost of living
Well,
has gone up so high.
Jacksonville. All right, James. Jacksonville doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Nobody should be paying $2,500 a month rent to live in fucking Florida. I'll be honest.
What are you paying in New York City?
$2,500 a month rent. But
in
Florida.
In New York City, no, you're paying more than that, right?
But Florida,
you're paying more than that.
Florida's way down south where everybody moves slow, like they're doing Tai Chi, mine.
It's not like that anymore.
Why?
It's not like that anymore.
How can people, what kind of average income has to be in Florida to pay that kind of mortgage or rent?
James, you are going off the deep end here.
No, I'm not. It's reality. Where are you going to work to pay that kind of rent?
You can work anywhere.
In Florida?
Because you have work from home. Everybody works from home, right? Right? I mean, it's a reality. It's truth.
Well, I'm talking about.
So you got these people moving here from fucking Wisconsin, from Ohio, from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, with high-paying jobs, James. With high-paying jobs.
Okay.
High-paying
job. Florida's mostly retail work, unless it's
no, it's not, James. It's not. You can move here, and you work from home, right? That's what everybody does. That's what everybody does. Everybody works from home. So they work for different states. They're not working for Florida. They're working from companies that are headquartered in different states. That's, I thought you knew that.
Well, I haven't been to Florida in a long time.
Yeah, but we've talked. Me and you've been talking for years.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I was physically there, it was like everybody was saying, "There's nothing but retail jobs here."
I mean, you could say that if you're silly, but I mean, come on. I mean, these days.
See, I'm trying to think. When was that? Oh, 1990s is the last time.
All right. I mean, maybe 1990s. It's all about tourism. That's fine. Maybe it was back then.
They worked in fast food or retail.
Right. Right. But that's just not what it is anymore these days. That's not what it is, and that's why also, James, you come here and you expect to get a good service. When you're on vacation, you get bad service. Bad service now. There's no more hospitality.
No more sudden hospitality.
There's no more hospitality, and they're gonna put a 20% gratuity charge on your bill, automatic. Right?
But gratuity is supposed to be like
the word. But that's what I'm telling you. What they do on the beach, 20% on top of the bill, and then on top of that, they're gonna put you at the bottom, and they'll say, "Would you like to put another gratuity?" But James, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing, James.
Well, there is the underhanded, sleazy tactics of capitalism.
I don't know if it's capitalism. I don't know if it's
how
Clearwater Beach is trying to become Miami.
Well, then Miami's a ripoff.
But everybody knows Miami. They've known Miami for years. Clearwater Beach is somewhat on the come up, right?
Let me ask you a question: Is the famous South Beach Miami an expensive place to go?
Yes, and now let me tell you something else about the famous South Beach Miami. It's not a real beach. It's not a real beach.
But they have a mayor.
Every year, James, they have to dump millions of pounds of sand on Miami Beach to keep it to look like how it looks. If they skip 1 year and don't dump those millions of pounds, there's gonna be no beach. Okay, so Miami Beach is not a real beach. It's a fake beach.
Well, that's what
it's fake.
That's what they do in Key West, Florida. They import the sand from like the Bahamas or something.
Well, that's what I'm telling you to do. That's what they do in Miami every single year, and they're not going to stop doing it. That's why everybody knows Miami.
They're
But
not going to stop doing it because
I
tourism.
found this out after I moved. I never knew that. Did you know that?
Not about South Beach. I never know
They
it.
dump over 1 million pounds of sand every single year onto South Beach, and if they don't do that, there's no beach. Absolutely no beach.
Right.
It's a fake beach.
It's because tourism makes it.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
all
I know. It's amazing though. It's amazing what goes on.
tourism.
Like imagine the Jersey Shore, right? They're just dumping, like millions of pounds every single year on the Jersey. They wouldn't do that on the Jersey Shore, right?
When my aunt and uncle were alive and they lived on Marathon Key near the 7 Mile Bridge, they
Hold
showed
on,
me.
James. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Michael Goldsmith Hilton, aka Western Mike. How you doing? Yeah. What I was trying to say. Well, I'll wait for him to come back. That's if he lets me talk. Oh my God, all these people. Hey, what happened to Nina Yordi of Rhode Island? Good cooking. Are you making something? Western Mike? Bathroom commercial break. Yeah, right. The acoustics are very good in the bathroom, Gabriel. You know that because of the echoing bouncing off the tiles. Very good acoustics. Actually, you were very smart to do your beer review from the bathroom at that time. There he is.
What's happening?
We're 1 week into September, and they said it was the temperature was going to get really low, and I feel hot, so I may have to shut the windows and put the air conditioning on.
September is awesome. But yeah, September sucks with that. It's like summer's persisting a little bit.
They call that Indian summer. When I was a kid, they called it Indian summer.
So summer's nice. It's summer's still happening in a way. What's up, Ronnie? Yeah. What's up, James?
Beep, beep, beep.
Good afternoon, Michael.
Yeah.
What's happening?
That was an old TV show. What's happening?
Now, what I wanted to say to James, I don't remember, right? So,
well, we were talking about South Miami Beach.
We're talking about Miami, right?
Importing sand. Now, when my aunt and uncle lived on Marathon Key, Florida, which is near the 7 Mile Bridge, they showed me what a typical South Florida beach. Hold on, let me get a bird's eye.
It's just showing you the Joker.
No, I like demented clowns.
Cool.
It's like the white version of
plenty of those in my town
of the Miami mayor, right? Or the white version of the Chicago mayor. That's what I mean to say.
Oh, Beetlejuice?
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Oh, she's not there anymore. They have another.
Isn't there another one that looks the same though? He looks ugly too.
Lightfoot went down to the feet. They swapped a black chick for a black guy. So
yeah,
a black chick for black guy. Anyway.
And let me guess, he's not tough on crime.
He's not doing any better, right?
Democrats are the problem is a lot of their policies just don't really align with trying to make sure
is he gay?
Trouble,
James or Michael? Is he a fag?
I don't know. I mean, just
because I don't even think that I don't think that would fly in Chicago, right, James? The fag stuff.
No, and I think that
No,
I'll make a statement right now that
not in Chicago.
I believe that in big cities of the United States,
Big ones, big ones.
a Democrat mayor will always be a failure in the major
Whether
cities,
it's a male or a female,
whether it's a
it
male or
doesn't matter.
female. Because why? Because they're soft on crime.
Soft on crime.
Their policies just are a little bit. Their policies are just a little lenient. You know, their
Now,
policies aren't very.
You got to rule with an iron fist when you run a major
Michael, who was running in San Francisco on the Republican ticket? Do you know?
Oh, I don't remember. But
Yeah,
San Francisco
do
is.
you vote for local elections?
Depends.
I mean, do you or not? Did you vote for this lady? Did you vote for the other guy?
Oh no, I'm not in San Francisco. I'm in the suburbs. I mean, I vote for
Okay,
people in the
okay,
suburbs, but
okay.
it's not really about party. I just
It
vote for the
sounds
people.
like
I vote for the
you're
people who are
taking
going
the
to be the
easy
toughest.
way out, Michael.
How's that?
You're taking the suburban way out. I mean,
Yeah.
what is it? What is a suburban? What is a suburbanite? It's me and you, James.
Guess so.
We can all consider ourselves suburbanites, right?
I was raised in the
Anti-city.
I was raised in the
Yeah.
suburbs. I'm not urban.
I was raised in the suburbs of Long Island, New York. The
Hail
suburbs.
to the suburbs. Hail.
I don't think.
Cool,
No,
cool.
I'm not going to say that. Hail nothing, because I don't really think it's the best upbringing to be in the suburbs.
No,
Yeah, I don't think it is.
you don't.
Do you think it is, James?
Well, I think the cost of living today, regardless where you are, is very unaffordable for the average American. And whether you're in the
Very unaffordable.
suburbs
Yeah.
or whether you're in the city, but I don't like urban life because I like to be amongst nature. I want to see.
What happens with moving out of the urban
Working
life
in urban.
is that you leave your family. So, a lot of New Yorkers, families started in a particular borough. They started in Brooklyn, or they started in the Bronx. Listen to this, Michael, because I don't think you know this. They started in Brooklyn, or they started in the Bronx. The Irish, the Italians, the Jews, the Polish. Okay, everybody had their own separate neighborhood.
Oh no, yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
It's the same thing in
separate,
Chicago.
separate. Yeah,
It's similar in Chicago.
Chicago, same. Yep.
But then after World War II, they started to build developments. These big developers were building developments out on Long Island, or up in Westchester County or Rockland County, right? And they were trying to basically, these developers and these city planners were kicking all the ethnic groups out of the city.
Oh, you mean gentrifying?
And into the suburbs. And then
Yeah.
at the same time, they were taking in blacks from the south who were moving up north. They were taking them into the city. At the same time that basically the whites were moving out and the Puerto Ricans were moving in, because the Puerto Ricans were doing the same thing as the blacks. Right? It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole. James knows. You're familiar, right, James?
Well, I know
With
about
what I'm talking about.
I know about what gentrification does, and I know about the people getting cheap labor from the. I think the.
It's not it, but it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that, James. It was that these cities got flooded with, you can call them migrants, but they were migrants from the South United States. They were citizens.
You think they're doing it for cheap labor to lay off the people that are from up here?
No, I think back in the day there was a lot of agitators, and they were trying to mix the races. Back in those days, they were trying to get the Italians to mix with the blacks. I think they were really trying to get that going in like the 60s and the 70s. And they did a lot of damage. They did a lot of damage back in those days, right? Would you agree?
Yes. I agree.
Yeah,
Now,
Democrats tend to mismanage cities. You know,
well,
Republicans.
they're very they pander. They pander for votes, but at the same time,
Yeah.
they're spineless. They're afraid of.
They're lenient. They're very lackadaisical with that stuff. You know.
Yes, they're.
Which is not what people want.
It's a
The
No.
voters don't want that anymore.
the people were the
No.
people are the people in New York are
The
livid.
people in New York have had it, especially in Staten Island. They call Staten Island a redheaded stepchild of New York because they always vote Republican. They're a strong red county. It's a county. It's Richmond County, Staten Island.
Isn't it a borough?
But it is also, it's a borough. It's part of New York City.
So they have a borough. They have a borough president.
Right. And
Staten Island has a president.
you have the Bronx and
each borough does.
and AOC, you know, and just all these assholes out there in the city that people consider the city. And it's like Staten Island is fed up. The same as Long Island. Long Island's fed up.
Listen, when Ronald
Long Island wanted to become a state, right? They still do. They want to break away from New York. Long Island, and wants to become its own state.
When Ronald Theriot picked me up and we drove to City Island
Through the Bronx.
in the Bronx. Now, aside from,
so you went through.
Well, let me finish.
You went through an actual Little Italy in the Bronx.
We didn't get to go there because it was blocked from the flash floods. There was a huge thunderstorm that day, and there were flash floods. He wanted to go to Arthur Street to Little Italy in the Bronx. But what I'm trying to say is, after we went to the beautiful, pristine park where you could hear a pin drop, and then City Island, which was another beautiful, quiet, pristine area with well manicured landscape lawns and suburbia, and there was lots of.
Did you say that Ron had to throw up at one point or something like that?
No, not that day. No, there was lots of marinas, seafood restaurants, and bars. Anyway, but it was no riffraff.
No riffraff.
None. Now, when we left after we ate, when we left City Island, and we had to drive through the other part of the Bronx.
Who was driving, James?
He was.
He drove.
He drove. Well, I don't know.
He had his own. He drove his own truck from Louisiana.
He drove his own SUV from Louisiana all the way up here.
Wow.
Okay, and he didn't take the I-95 or major highways. His mission was to beat the tolls.
Now you don't drive, right?
I have a driver's license.
Do you know how to drive?
Oh, of course. I drove all my life.
Okay. Why don't you drive anymore?
Because the insurance company didn't want to give me enough money to replace my car.
So you don't have a car, right?
No, I can't afford one. No.
But you can get one.
Gentlemen.
I had. Do I want to get a piece of? What happened? Do I want to get a piece of shit that I got to bring to the garage all the time?
No.
And get and be a sucker for the mechanic? No.
So we lost Michael Goldsmith, right?
I don't know. He wasn't upset. He was laughing.
But I think he said he's leaving, right? That's what he said.
Got to go to the hot tub, and but he disappeared like in a nanosecond.
It's okay.
Got to go to the hot tub, but he didn't say, "Excuse me, guys, I got to go to the hot tub." He just like Eric Fronfelter does.
You know what it is, James?
I don't understand.
It's these people in California. They got it all, right? You know, like Michael Goldsmith. He's going to the hot tub. You know,
it's like if I did this.
It's like he's showing off. It's like he's showing off.
If I did, I disappeared. I disappeared without saying nothing to.
But there's people who do that.
What the fuck is going on?
There's like miscellaneous brew reviews. He'll do that.
Miscellaneous does that?
Eric Fronfelter. He will do that. I'm not afraid to throw names out. I don't care.
No, they do that. You know what it's called? A generation that doesn't have any manners
It's
or
a
common
yeah.
courtesy.
James, you're right, man. Because me and you are not of the same generation.
And you know what?
But
And
we get together good. We get together good, right?
Ronald Theriot also has a great deal of respect,
Mm-hmm.
manners, courtesy, self-respect.
He's a teacher. He's a former teacher.
He would never do anything that was disrespectful.
No, he wouldn't.
He would excuse himself and say, "Look, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back." Like you, I'll be back. You take your headphones off.
They don't care. Yeah, the people that they don't care.
Nanosecond. They're Jordy. These are the people that are
But
going to
with Ronald, he will say that he's leaving, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And come back later.
And come back later.
And I try to do that as well. It's like, I mean, I think it's only the respect that you can. Like, you're the host tonight. You are the host. I'm not the host. So
Right.
I feel like, the respect I can give to you is to say, James, I'm leaving, and I'll see you later. If maybe I feel like I'm too drunk. I don't want to stay on the stream.
Maybe you want to lie down.
Right.
Maybe you're drunk.
And the right thing to do is to say, all right, I'm just gonna go.
Listen, I'm tired. I want to lie down. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm,
have a good show. Have a good night. Have a good night. And then you
Mm-hmm.
go and you do whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, heaven forbid, we'll be in freaking nursing homes, and these people will be running the world. God knows what they'll do with us.
I don't know, man.
They'll probably create Soylent Green.
What are you saying? If Harris wins the president,
if Harris wins the president,
what is she gonna do, man?
I expect a freak show to be appointed to her whole administration.
You expect a freak show, but you're gonna vote for the freak show
because the Republicans will take
I know.
my money, my sustenance.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I was thinking about your reasoning. I actually was giving it a thought.
Do you think I
principally? I was thinking about it.
Do you think
what you're saying?
All these freakazoids.
Well, do you remember James, the guy, the guy who was trying to do a third party, the Chinese guy? What was his name?
Oh, Andrew Yang.
Remember he had the Forward Party. Well, do you know the Forward Party is still on the ballot? It's still there.
Really?
You can vote for that. But you're going to be throwing away your vote.
It's like voting for Jill Stein of the Green.
But you can vote for this guy.
You can vote for Jill Stein.
So would you ever do it? Would you ever vote for Andrew Yang?
I threw away my vote one time by voting for a Green Party candidate.
Was it Jill Stein?
It was Jill Stein, but I didn't like
Hillary Clinton.
There was something about her. She
Clinton,
like when Jill Stein talks to the world.
I voted for the third party that in 2016 also.
Maybe
I voted for the Libertarian. He was Gary Johnson that year.
I know Gary. Yeah, he was the governor of New Mexico.
I didn't vote for. Yeah, he was. I didn't vote for Trump or Hillary Clinton.
You know who supported Gary Johnson? Jesse Ventura.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember he did. Yeah.
He loves.
And they were trying to go at him at Johnson, the media, saying that he doesn't know where Syria is on the map. And if you think about it, why should he know where Syria is?
And
why does he have to know where Syria is?
And who gives a fuck?
If he's the American president, if he's going to be the American president, he is here in New York to California.
Why must the United States?
Why does he have to know about Syria?
And why must the United States care?
Right.
About
Exactly.
they don't
But
vote.
that's what they got him on. They were like, he doesn't know where Syria is, and that's why he didn't. He got because CNN in that year they did some scummy shit.
Yeah,
Where
I don't like.
CNN is a fucked up
I
place.
hate them.
Yeah, yeah. So they got a debate with Trump and with Hillary Clinton at the time, right?
Yeah.
And they said that the Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson can come too, but they were just trying to make him look like an asshole, like from the start, to deflect what the Republicans and Democrats were doing. They were trying to make this guy look like a jerk, and that's what the media was doing. I mean, the media is terrible, man. Like these
trust.
people are just fucking.
Well, the American media,
They call it the corporate media, right? Because they're controlled by the corporations.
well, they're owned by the oligarch. They withhold information from the American people. They lie to the American people. It's oligarch controls.
It's a corporate controlled media.
Exactly.
So it's the corporate media. You call it the corporate media.
You know how long it's been since I actually watched a mainstream media show?
Well, I mean that's good. If you don't watch it, that's good.
No, it's been over a year. I don't like. I hate them.
That's
I don't
good.
like.
It's good for you.
I don't even. None of them. Even News Nation.
Yeah, you were saying you don't watch Cuomo, right?
Because he's starting to pander. He's starting to ride the fence.
I was wondering what's Andrew up to these days. Is he looking for girls or what's up with Andrew?
Yeah,
is he still married? Is Andrew still married, or what happened with his wife? I mean, if he's such a horrible guy, or what's going on?
No, Andrew Cuomo was divorced when he was.
Oh,
governor.
he was already divorced.
He was already divorced.
Oh man,
He wasn't having an affair.
You see, these politicians, they're not clean. They're getting divorced and shit.
Well, divorce is very commonly accepted
well,
now.
It shouldn't be though. Maybe it shouldn't be.
The only places they don't believe in divorce is like the Philippines. You can't.
You shouldn't have.
You can get an.
What if you had the United States?
Annulment. You can get an annulment.
That would outlaw divorce. Outlaw it.
People will think.
And then you wouldn't have all these faggots trying to get married.
Well, people will think twice before they get married.
Right. What I just said.
Yes, they will not frivolously just get married at the drop of a hat.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do a lot of hard thinking about it. And
James, what did you have back? Is your family from Jersey or from New York?
Well, they started out in New York, and
that's what I thought.
They went to New Jersey.
So where are they from?
They lived in Hell's Kitchen.
Okay. What about Brooklyn?
Lower Manhattan.
They didn't live in Brooklyn at all?
No, they lived in Lower Manhattan. I did. And then they went to church. Then they went to Jersey.
You don't have to be, not proud of it, of where you're from, James.
Well, I'm very I find humor in many things. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Because you know why? They used to mispronounce words. They used to crack me up.
The Jews and the blacks in New York, they have a big rivalry. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, because they both want special treatment.
Yeah, but the Jews actually they have money, so they own the buildings, and the blacks live in the buildings.
And they don't want to fix
so
it.
It's like a conflict of interest,
So the the building that Paul
so the blacks want to live there for free, and the Jews want to make money.
Paul Mantia.
It's a problem. It's a big problem.
The old apartment building that Paul Mantia lives in is owned by a Hasidic.
Now, James, I mean, we're laughing about this, but it's true. Every fucking place it's the same shit, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, and you know what Florida, you know,
Florida's different. So Florida is a whole nother thing.
well, when I was in Palm Beach, it
West
was
Palm Beach.
West Palm. Well, yeah. So when I was there, when I was dating this
Now
Laura,
you were dating a white woman or a
well,
Spanish?
she's half white and half Mexican. Her name was Laura Atkinson. She was from Queens, but she was a
Okay.
United States Air Force captain.
You should never go out with people from the military. Don't do it.
She was a JAG.
That's what I would say. I would say don't
Yeah,
go
but
out
she
with people
yeah,
from the
but she
military,
knew
and
she
don't
knew.
go out with white women.
Let me
Don't
tell you,
don't.
she knew she couldn't boss me around. I don't care if she was Captain Crunch. She knew it. She
Yeah.
knew it. Anyway,
Do you like that though?
no, she didn't. She nagged, but she didn't get her
No, I'm
way.
saying, do you like that to be pushed around?
Hell no. No, but she didn't push me around. She just whined. She was whiny. She was very
I don't want to
whiny,
hear it. A whiny
but
woman.
she was very pretty. But still,
Did she put her boots on and try to do shit like that? The army boots and sex.
that would have been kind of hot. That would have been good.
I
What
don't know.
about
I just thought of it. I don't even know.
what about fatigue? What about camouflage?
Yeah.
Miraculous paint?
Honestly, I'm not
Let me
turned.
finish.
I'm
You
not
didn't
turned
even hear
on
what I
by
was gonna say.
that stuff.
Fatigue, crotchless panties. Anyway, I'll tell you what she did. Anyway, I know we digressed. Florida, like Brooklyn, has really nice ritzy areas that are within minutes drive from a ghetto, from a bad
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Within minutes, you're out of the upscale area. So anyway, Laura Atkinson, she was a devout Catholic, like
Oh, really?
my relatives could say Catholic, they say Catholic. Catholic.
Yeah. They skip the T, right?
Yeah. Like Christmas wreath, we say wreath, they go wreath, REET. Christmas
Okay.
wreath.
Yeah.
All right.
What did your girl think about that?
She's devout Catholic. She was only a devout Catholic until
Why?
she had too much to drink.
She
Then
was only when she had too much to drink.
no, when she stopped being a devout Catholic when she had too much to drink.
Oh.
And she was in the in-ground pool with me. It was about twilight time, and there were families walking around, and she took her top off. She took her bikini top off, and I says, "What are you doing? You're going to get us kicked out of here. You want to sleep in the rent-a-car for the rest of the vacation?" I says, "You can't be doing that shit. Put it back on." She says, "Oh, so what? It's only breasts. What are breasts? They're
Now,
fat."
was it an Italian girl?
No, she was half British and half Mexican. So
But not Italian at all.
no, Italian girls are pain in the ass. They just want to shop and complain. Like they're like Jewish girls.
No, Italian girls are not as bad as Jews.
Yeah, they don't do. Well, the Jewish girls are like they just lie there. They don't do anything.
The Jews just want the money.
Yeah, that's why they just lie there.
Because they can get it. The Italian girls, they're not sure if they can get the money.
They can get the money.
They're not sure.
Because the men are pussy, beta.
Not always.
Simps.
The Jews are, but the Italian guys are not always simps.
No, I didn't say the Italian guys were simps. I said the Jewish guys are simps.
Yeah, the Jews just forget about it.
They're afraid of their mother.
Yeah.
MUTR, mother. They're afraid of
they're
their mother.
just pathetic. Yeah.
Now getting back to the beaches of the natural beaches of South Florida.
The natural beaches. So what would you call a natural beach?
Before they started importing the sand.
They've always been doing that.
Before they started importing the sand, before Mr. Flagler decided to make all these resorts, Mr. Flagpole, You know what? You know what South Florida had? It had boulders
It
of
had
lime.
it had gators.
They had boulders of limestone.
Yeah.
Limestone boulders that are sharp. They're white. They look like white boulders and all over limestone. You can't you cut your feet trying to walk on it. So what they did was this Flagler guy said, "Oh, the weather's really great here. We can have resorts. We can sell property." So they started importing the sand and they started building the beaches.
Now,
And
where do they get the sand from?
that's a good question. Don't tell me. I mean, the Bahamas.
The Bahamas. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bahamas is surrounded by coral.
That's where they take it from.
Where did they get the sand?
About the Bahamas.
Did they have to like suck it up from the bottom?
No, the Bahamas has its beach, and every single year, the United States cuts away at it a little bit, and they bring it down and drop it off in Miami.
Because the Bahamas is willing to sell it.
All right, exactly. That's
Because
what it is. So
Bahamas,
now you get it. Now you
the
understand.
Bahamas is most likely a poor country, and they
Now
need
you
the money.
understand.
They sell the sand, and they bring it to South Beach, and they bring it to Key West, and all this crap
That's
all over.
how it works, James.
Now, I don't want to end anything without bitch slapping Brian Cashman around a little bit. He's got this. He always had this obsession with seasoned veterans. Meanwhile, the seasoned veterans are in the twilight of their
I
career.
want to talk about Derek Jeter.
Yes, go ahead.
When he owned the Marlins,
Yeah.
if he was looking out for the best interests of the Marlins, why did he trade Stanton to the Yankees? Why did he do that?
I think that there's a part because he always has this smirk, this arrogant smirk.
He has something against the Miami Marlins. And he got an ownership stake, right? And he was throwing his weight around.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't really well liked.
He was an asshole. And
He
he gutted the whole stadium.
he's an arrogant, smug individual. He's from Michigan.
All right.
Yeah, he really is. I think A-Rod is from South Florida. Alex Rodriguez. I think he's from
Alex Rodriguez is from South Florida.
South Florida.
He
And
is.
so is Jose Canseco's from Tampa.
And Steinbrenner's from Tampa.
No, the Steinbrenners are from
Steinbrenner's from Tampa.
Cleveland.
No, Tampa.
They're not. They weren't.
They're definitely from Tampa. Maybe they started out in Cleveland, but they have their headquarters in Tampa.
Yeah, Jose Canseco. Yeah, and also Lou Piniella is from Tampa because that's where his mom was getting sick, and he left.
Derek Jeter should have never been an owner of the Marlins. He should have never fucking went there.
I never liked the fucking guy.
He gutted the whole team. So the Marlins used to have a really cool stadium. It was called Marlins Stadium. What happened when Jeter was there? He sold the naming right for the stadium to Lone Depot. So now it's called Lone Depot Field. It's not called Marlins Stadium anymore.
How stupid does that sound?
That's pathetic.
And that's what they're all
pathetic.
doing. Isn't that what they're all doing now? All the indoor.
No. I mean, yeah, that's what they're all doing. But there's only there's like a handful of teams who still have their name on the ballpark, the Yankees included. There's only a handful. And so that took it away from the Marlins. They had that. That was something that gave them something unique. They actually had that.
Thank you, Daryl. Jeter They really kiss up to him when he was on the Yankees. I think the true
Well,
star.
Jeter became an owner of the Marlins, and
Yeah.
he fucked them over.
I think he was overrated
He was.
when he was on the Yankees.
I think he was a spy for the Yankees when he was a Marlins owner. What do you think?
You might have been. I mean,
I think he was an agent provocateur.
what I want to say is when they were kissing Derek Jeter's ass for so many years, I think the true star at that time in that era. Where the hell are you going? What's wrong with these people? I'm talking, and they just walk away. They pick it. What the fuck? Now I gotta wait for him, finish Jabroni to come back. Thank you, Daryl Messias. What are you doing? You want to come on? What about you, Texas man? You want to come on? About who? About Damien? About Damien? I think I lost. I think I forgot. Oh, about the Unabomber. No, I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence in the name of politics or economics. Unless we, the people, have to fight against a rogue government. I know what he was talking about. And Marvelous Mama. Yes, I remember you, Marvelous Mama, from California, right? You were cooking a large dinner for your family. Yes. How have you been? How was your Labor Day weekend and such? Okay. What I was saying was the true star of the Yankees at that time, in my opinion, was Don Mattingly. It was Don Mattingly, not Derek Jeter.
What about Babe Ruth?
Different era. Totally different. Well, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig remind me of Aaron Judge and
James.
Juan Soto.
What about whatever happened to
Nobody lets me finish when I'm talking.
Whatever happened to Joltin' Joe?
DiMaggio? I don't know. He got old and then he eventually passed away.
Well, that's the song, right?
Joltin' Joe.
What happened to Joltin' Joe?
He got old.
But I'm asking you, isn't that a song? Is that a song or not?
Yeah, they wrote a song. It was like a big band kind of a Joltin' Joe DiMaggio.
So whose song was that?
Mickey Mantle also retired and eventually was an alcoholic.
And why did they call him Joltin' Joe?
Because he was a great hitter. Joltin', he was like a lightning bolt.
So would you call Stanton Joltin' Stanton? Or
Giancarlo Stanton hits the ball harder.
Would you call the Dominican guy?
He's the Martian.
Cano.
Oh, Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano and Alfonso Soriano were great players.
No, the current guy. What's his name?
No, you're talking about Jason Dominguez.
Mm-mm.
There's
the current guy. No.
What's a current guy?
The Dominican guy.
Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Juan Soto is one of
He's
the best.
Good, right?
Yeah, I think him and Judge remind me of Gehrig and Ruth.
Yeah.
But the Yankees, the problem with the Yankees is they're, other than Soto and Judge, they're in shambles.
Well, that's not really true, right?
Well, they keep on playing these washed-up veterans.
Like Stanton, you think is washed up?
No, Stanton's productive. He's not. He's decent. I'm talking about other people like DJ LeMahieu and Trent Grisham.
What's going on with Jazz Chisholm? Is he doing all right?
The Jizzomatic, Jazz Chisholm.
He's a team player, right?
He's a team player. He's a great base stealer. He's a fast runner. I like him. I like him. I still like Anthony.
He's doing okay, right? He's doing
I
okay.
still like Anthony Volpe. You know, the kid.
The kid from Jersey, right? Volpe, the kid from Jersey.
Kid is got a very bright.
Now,
future.
where is Chisholm from?
I don't know, but they got him from the Marlins.
I think he's from one of the islands, like
No,
Bermuda or one of those islands.
He didn't speak with an accent when they interviewed him.
No, but I'm telling you, I think so though. Really, seriously, I think he's from one of those islands that we don't even know about.
I like the other kid, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo.
Oswaldo is Venezuelan, and
if you ever think about it, James,
he's a great hitter.
The entire MLB, they don't even speak English anymore.
No, most of them are Dominicans, and
most of them are, right?
Yeah, because they have great baseball camps down there.
Right.
Cuba,
but it's like like they're always talking about. So we sold out. We sold out a long time ago.
Well, there are still Caucasian top prospects.
Yeah, but not that much. There's not that much.
A lot of them. No.
So would you say yourself that baseball is no longer the American pastime?
I would say.
Would you say that?
I would say that the reason why that the Latin American players have excelled so much is the same reason why American Samoa puts out many NFL football players, because out of poverty comes
great success
in sports. Not in engineering or science.
Not in general. Not in general.
Not kids going to college. Not kids having a career in what I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in sports. Sports is the only way that the poor kid can make it out of poverty, because it doesn't require getting high SAT scores and graduating from college. It doesn't require a high IQ, and they start young. They start off young. There he is. Hey, Sid. Sid Raggentooth is a Chad. All right, that's good. That's good. You Marvelous Mama missed all the controversial talk from before.
Was there any controversy or?
Oh, I have something very controversial, and it's a very red pill.
Let's hear it.
Video. It's good. It's a good one.
I want to hear it.
Australia, this kid from Australia is wonderful.
It's a lot of shit going on in Australia for some reason. I don't know what it is.
You'll find out what it is if you give me a chance.
But James, what did they say in '78, James? What did they say in '78?
Keep hope alive.
Vote for Cuomo, not the homo.
Yeah, that was the Mario Cuomo.
That was '78.
Jumanji. Okay, here we go. Little red pill.
Nothing grosses me out more than seeing married
out.
men or men in committed relationships looking other women up and down while their wife or significant other is looking the other way. And I always pay attention. Like if a woman walks by and she has a stunning body or a stunning face, I watch immediately the men in my group to see how they look at her, and if they choose to indulge themselves with lust or if they choose to look away in honor of their partner, is very disappointing. The results are disappointing.
Interesting for
or
her
if
to
you've
bring
been the girl on the receiving end of that, when a guy is with his partner and you catch him looking at you, you're just like, what
Yo, Paul.
the hell is wrong?
What's
with
up,
you?
guys?
What are you doing, Paul?
I just took my eye drops in,
Paul
man.
Anthony.
Got to admire her. This moment.
Hold on.
in this outsized man looking at other women's bodies. It's even
Oh my god.
Is
funnier
that your
because she
girlfriend right
seems
there?
sincere.
You-
Like
you
literally
see that
bothers
there,
her.
Paul?
She's completely
Paul,
oblivious
so
to the
what's
irony.
going on with the mayor over there?
Strangers going here. Take
What's up, man?
What's up with the Mayor Adams, Paul?
Hey, how you doing?
We got a lot to talk about, man. We got problems.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me go over there by my studio, okay?
I want to get Paul's.
Let me set up by the studio because I just put the eyeglass.
I want to get his
We're gonna turn the lights on over here. Hold on, give me a minute.
on the Mayor Adams controversy.
Oh, fuck Mayor Adams, man. The whole, you know what? We don't even have to worry about that. You got
No,
to worry about
Paul,
right
they're
now,
calling him America's mayor. They're
Paul
calling him
is-
America's
He
mayor.
is America's mayor, future mayor.
He's not. He's not. Is he?
All
He's
right.
not really America's mayor, right?
Daryl Messiah says the gang is all here. Daryl Messiah is from Northern California. And then we got
Daryl doesn't join anything, right?
Paul. We have Marvelous Mama saying Paul.
Second, James. I got to put my
So we got
Bluetooth
Paul
on.
from Brighton Beach, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put this.
Straight out of Brooklyn.
Do you remember there was a cigarette called Paul Mall? When I was a kid, Paul Malls.
No, but James, we got this guy straight out of Brooklyn. You know, off the dirty streets. You know, the people gotta the people gotta appreciate what we have here. We got Paul live, man.
This is my favorite crew: James, you, Ronnie S, and Paul.
Yeah, I love it too. Thank you. thank you.
My
for that.
headphones ain't working, man. I don't know what's going on.
What's going
Paul,
Fucking headphones.
have you been talking to the Democrat Party in New York City?
I hear
Man, listen. I don't want to talk. Listen. I'm gonna just tell you straight out how I feel at this point about everybody.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I don't really give a fuck who's listening. As a recording artist, I'm not really allowed to speak politically, you know, because they do come after me for it. But give me a second, and I'll tell you what I think about everybody. I think
they come after you.
I'll tell you right now what I think.
Come after him, James. James. They come after him.
I'm gonna put my political view out. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not voting for nobody. Okay,
He's
how about
not
that?
voting, James.
I'm
How
not
you like
voting
that?
because my vote. You vote.
He's not gonna
nobody
even
vote.
vote for Trump. He's not voting for Trump.
Nah, I'm not even voting for him. You know why?
Oh, you're not
Because
gonna vote for Trump?
No, because you know what? He's also
Really?
part of
Really,
the problem.
Paul?
Hold on a
Really?
minute. Listen to me. They're all part of the problem, bro. Anybody that's got billions of dollars is part of the fucking problem. Okay? I don't want to hear it. That man can take his money and take everybody off the street in New York City, okay?
You gotta vote for Trump.
I'm not voting for anybody. Because you know why? Let me explain something to you. Trump is also part of this problem of letting these illegals in here. They're both sides
He
are
said
taking
he's
revenge.
gonna kick him out
Listen,
day one.
Ronnie, both sides are getting revenge against each other. It don't matter who fucking wins anymore. If Trump
said
wins, there's going to be a civil war.
kicking the
If
illegals
Kamala wins, there's going to be a serious fucking war. Okay? Either way you look at it, you got go and look. Listen, Ronnie, please listen. Go look what the White House bill just passed. SB 147. Do you know what that means?
No.
California is starting to let all prisoners, okay, prisoners that murdered up to 2 people out of prison. They don't have to serve a life sentence, but anybody that's a serial killer and killed over 2 people will not be released. But anybody that's been in prison for 20 years or 25 years will be released from the prisons.
Wait, what
How do
happened,
you
what
like
happened
that?
to James?
Now
Wait,
you're going to have fucking real murderers on the street that love killing people, man.
James, you leaving?
No, I'm here.
How fucking serious that is, man?
Don't leave, James.
Listen, Ronnie. Ronnie. Hey, James, we got
Yeah,
fucking Venezuelans
listening,
all over New York over here, bro. They're everywhere.
So what's going on with the
Listen,
Russians?
let me tell you what just happened. A fucking Venezuelan was downstairs, okay? And my buddy, one of the maintenance guys, come out and he goes, "What's going on back there?" We're both looking. This fucking guy is trying to climb into a first floor apartment window with 2 elderly people in their 90s. And they got their fucking windows open. And we're like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah.
So then I walk up the street corner, bro, and there's this guy wearing all this fake fucking, jewelry, trying to bling bling. He ain't got no money like that, or maybe he does. A Venezuelan walks up to me with a fucking meth pipe and goes, "Hey, you want to buy some meth?" I'm like, "Yo, get the fuck off!" I said, "Get out of my face and
what
get
are we
out of
gonna,
this
what are
fucking
we gonna
neighborhood."
do? What are we gonna do about these Venezuelans?
You ain't gonna
Because
do nothing, bro, because if you touch them, you're going to jail. How about that? They
I'm
touch
not going
you.
to jail.
If they touch you, they get a fucking cookie.
All right, Paul. I'm trying to ask you for a serious solution to this. You know,
Solution? Yeah.
Paul's want to hear it. All right.
Solution.
I got a solution for you. Hold on. Where is it?
Fuck you, Paul.
Wait. I got one for you. Hold on.
Oh, the tie-dye. Folks, Paul Mantia makes the finest tie-dyed apparel in the universe.
Paul is the biggest bitch in Brooklyn.
That's right. I'm the biggest bitch in Brooklyn, man. But I ain't your bitch.
Me. All right. When you see his products, his tie-dye, you're gonna flip.
Watch this though, Ronnie. Let me show you a nice shirt that I made.
Let me share my shirt.
And this is my shirt. I wear it.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on.
Look,
man.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he doesn't
look,
even
he's
matter
got his
anymore.
Ice cream. Look, he's got the ice cream cone, guys.
Paul, he doesn't even matter. It doesn't even count.
Yeah, but watch. You want to see who else is in there? Look. You see her down there? She's in the
over there.
Yeah, she's in the car. Do you see the camel pack of cigarettes? The camel toe.
There's a camel pack.
Yeah, there's a camel pack right next to it. I put it on the shirt. And then over here you got Obama whispering in Joey's ear. That's the teleprompter right there.
Oh man.
So then I made this shirt, then I put Trump on the back. But nobody sees the message that I left in the bird's wings. they think, oh yeah, he's voting for Trump, all right. Oh, maybe you see what I left in the wings. You gotta look at it. I'll send you the picture. If they really look at it, they're gonna see it, man.
All right, listen. Do you have?
I did a couple of shirts of Kamala.
Wait a minute. Do you have these images on Facebook?
Yeah, they're everywhere. They were on my TikTok, but I had to shut down the store for now because I got things are going good in court right now.
If they are readily available, right?
I was kicked out of TikTok, so I can't go on there yet. But
hey guys, look, you want to see what we did? Let me tell you something. Oh shit! What did I drop?
Paul. Did you ever see a movie Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I've seen Forrest a long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. So just to tell you, I was watching that with my wife, and I started crying.
Oh yeah?
I did.
Hey James, I got a present for you. You're gonna love this.
What about when Sally Fields was getting?
Hey James, I got this gift for you. I got something that you've been waiting for a very long time, James, and I know you've been wanting to see this.
I'm afraid to witness it.
Do you know what that is, James? You know what that is?
George.
Look, you see the stamp on the bottom?
Yeah.
Look, let me read. I'll read it to you. This is a summons for Supreme Court, James. I am taking Ashley Carterman, Victoria Carterman, Ashley's lawyer that is in the family court, Michelle Bergevin, and Brian Leahy-Paour. All four of them. I am taking them to court. The papers are filed. The summons is right here. I got them all. The next step is serving them. You know how much fun? Listen, my lawyer.
Hey, Paul, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'm happy about this.
Do you ever consider yourself kind of doing? You're acting like the man's ridiculousness, or
what?
Or you're jumping around and you're happy about, but this is not a good thing,
Why?
Because he was
because it's adding litigiousness to what everybody.
Oh, so I should
with.
allow my ex to continue attacking me and my family? Yeah. I should allow her to continue to keep my identity and use my identity out there and impersonating me and deleting all my accounts and ruining my fucking business. Would you like an ex-girlfriend like that? Have you ever had an ex-girlfriend like that?
I'm just bringing it up. I'm bringing up the subject.
Well, listen, you shouldn't bring something up that you don't know about because James knows everything about.
Why not?
Because you don't know nothing about it. Maybe you should ask before assuming. How about that?
Why should a victim?
Do you want to debate with me? We can debate anytime you want. We can put her in the middle too.
I was thinking of debating with James.
Okay, but listen, you know how many other guys she did this to that's coming to this court case, to my family court as a witness? 7 other guys, okay? 7 other guys that she tortured, man, and literally injured,
So
physically
did you
injured with a
torture
knife,
anybody?
yo. She stabbed
Did
this
you
guy with a
torture
fucking knife and
anybody?
got away with it. But let me speak real quick.
You didn't
Family
answer.
court, James, family court went very, very well. Okay. My attorney, she got up and she fought like a my wife will tell you. Yo, she fought like a motherfucker. She told them straight out, my client has been in this courtroom 2 years. And this woman, you know, Ashley has violated this order over and over again, you know. And she said, and here we go again for another dismissal case. She said, when we already
go
listen,
again. So
I'm
she's
trying to
saying,
tell James, when we already
she's
got a
saying
trial
here
set
we
up.
go again.
All right, listen, I can't talk, James. I'm going. I'm trying to explain
No, go
something.
ahead.
How can you understand something, Ronnie, if you don't let somebody finish their sentence? But you want to add in and think you know what's coming next. Don't do that shit, man. That's why, you know, when I go on the radio, I don't let nobody come on anymore because they intend. James, you know, when me and James do a show, he talks and I give him the floor and that's it. Let him discuss, you know, what he wants to discuss so people can understand. If you cut somebody off and people are listening, they're going to go, yo, bro, you know what they do on the news? They cut your ass off so you don't say nothing.
That's what mainstream media does.
Yeah. But, you know, if you're talking over somebody, how are you going to understand anything? You understand? I love you, Ronnie, but, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to let me finish. But, you know, if you want this chick coming after you, I'd be more than happy to send her after you. I'm joking. I'm joking. Did you see his face? He looked like he's going to cry. Ronnie, I'm joking. Don't worry. Okay. We're good friends. But anyway, you know, I'm just saying the lawyer stepped up to the plate, man. And she, you know, she got that judge thinking now. She's saying, you know, basically your court is being biased to my client. And you allowed this girl to get him jumped, to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that. And she's like, and the evidence is substantial. She said this is ammonious what this court has done. You know what the word ammonious means? Go look that shit up. Okay? But this time, I actually got an attorney that stood up for me, man. And she said, we need to go to trial because we have many, many orders to file. And the judge goes, I'll make my decision by the 16th. But then she came out, my attorney said, by the way, Mr. Mantilla filed a Supreme Court case. Yo, that hit them so hard. And I said it before she said it. I said, Your Honor, can I say something? She goes, no. I said, well, I'm going to say it anyway. I filed a Supreme Court case like you asked me to. And then she said, I'm going to shut your mic off. I said, what does it matter? I don't talk anyway. So then my lawyer hit them with all those things with the oral argument. But all her lawyer did was bring up the same shit that they bring up in every courtroom. And my attorney goes, you know, Your Honor, every court, they bring up the same thing over and over, saying that New York has no jurisdiction over Ashley Carterman. Yes, they do. How does she not? Oh, well, Your Honor, you see, they're calling it business crimes. No, it's internet crimes. When you stalk, when you use third parties, when you're going after somebody and destroying their lifestyle when they're a public figure, that means that New York does have jurisdiction over her. It's federal.
This is what James is doing right now.
What?
Right.
So there you go. I told you everything in a 5-minute term.
You're doing all those things.
Right?
Who, me?
You.
I'm finally happy. Wouldn't you rather see me happy, Ronnie, than see me sad and upset?
He's not doing it, James. You're doing it.
Hey, Ronnie, what would you rather see? Me sad and upset or happy? Which one?
No, I like the happy.
Do you know how damaged my dog? Do you know how damaged that dog is right there? Do you know how badly they damaged my dog? You can't listen. She can't even go outside, bro. If she goes outside and they drop a pin, she fucking goes crazy, man.
I love dogs.
Yeah, well, my dog is terribly traumatized from what my ex set up with James.
Show me what's going on with the dog. What happened?
Listen. You ready? This is what I'm showing you.
Yeah. Show me, man.
You ready?
I want to see what happened with the dog, man. I want to see.
It's coming.
You like that? See, James?
I'm building. You want to hear the new songs, James, or what? Let me hear it. Let's let them hear the new songs.
Nice for years, Ron.
We want to see about the dogs too, though.
This is a long time. Well, they shot off like fireworks or a bomb or something.
Right behind her.
Yeah, but he can't be dealing with that, man. What the
No,
fuck?
well, he can't be victimized, but he definitely deserves retribution.
You're
Definitely.
shooting off, dogs now.
No, somebody
deserve it. The
we're
dog didn't
talking
deserve
about
it, man.
the
Yeah,
dog is
the
innocent.
dogs didn't deserve it. The dogs
You're
didn't
talking
deserve it.
about a bunch of lowlives that have been doing this
The
to
dogs didn't
Paul
deserve
and
it at all, though. Yeah.
dog and his girlfriend.
Hey, you hear what we did to I Will? Listen, remember I Will, James? You can hear it?
Can you hear it,
Hear it?
James?
Barely.
That's I Will. Hey, listen.
Who's I Will?
Will I am?
So let me express how I feel inside. Will be right here, no matter what tomorrow might bring. And I will always be right here. And even when I go just to call away, I will.
Yeah, this is the new shit, man. We coming out with new stuff, man.
Let me just say,
Coming out with new stuff. We're taking all my old songs and we're gonna remix everything into dance and pop and house,
now
because
could you
that's where
imagine,
all
Paul,
day.
could you imagine what you can accomplish once all this drama is over and done with?
Yeah, I'm trying to accomplish it right now, actually.
No, you know what I mean? Like if you're at peace and your mind is
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, man, I'm getting old, bro.
Okay,
I mean, how much time do I got left to, do what I want to do?
James.
She's making sure that she's stopping that time for me because,
I think
she knows how much trouble she's in. But, see, Ashley's got a problem. She'll get third parties to come after me
I'm
while
not gonna
people,
say anything. I'm not gonna say
but Ashley gets third party people to take care of her dirty work, you see? So I'm her dirty work,
Well,
man. You know what I mean? So, basically.
You gotta cut the head of the snake off, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I know. And it's going to be cut very soon. Trust me, they're going to get served this week. I can't wait, James. I can't wait. And this is all going to be live. We're going to
What
be
about that?
filming them. Whoever's going to serve them, we're filming them live. We're going to film them. We're not going live. We're going to film them and then we'll post it,
What about Chubsy? What about Chubsy Ubsy there in the building?
Oh, yeah, he's not a part of this. That's another situation. I can't mess with that because that case is settling. It's kind of settled already. So we don't want to bring any more, you don't want to bring that into the lawsuit case for the personal injury.
No.
That is being brought in by the Human Rights Department, okay? They'll take care of that. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to your eye?
Yeah. But we can take them to housing court. We can take them to housing court, but we're really trying to subside from doing all that and not going through all that drama, extra shit, man. I really don't want to go into housing court,
Well, you want to keep
when the check comes, we're moving the fuck out of here. That's it. It's that simple.
That's what I've been saying for months. You want to keep those two separate.
Yeah, we because my attorney advised. I mean, they made a phone call and they said, listen, if you continue to harass our client, we're going to file motions and things against you. And, they pretty much stopped. You know what I mean? Now I'm dealing with another entity that's with my ex. She seemed to have set some other people after me. And, and it's not only after me. This girl is going after multiple people.
She is
my friend, my wife's friend, her ex-friend.
Yeah. Well,
what do you say, James? What do you say to this?
Acquaintance, whatever you want to call it.
Well, you're dealing with the forces of evil.
You're dealing with the forces of feminism, right?
Remember, God's people will always deal with some kind of force of evil.
Beyond feminism.
We can't seem to get rid of it.
This is beyond feminism.
Really is mental illness and
man. Damn.
Maybe Paul is also mentally ill, right?
I'm not mentally ill. Don't even go there.
He might be.
Let me tell you something. Don't even fucking ever say that again, bro. I'll cut you off right now. Don't ever say that again. Mentally ill? Are you out of your fucking mind or something?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but you don't throw something like that out there. So I'm mentally ill because
never know,
all
Paul.
right.
You
So
never know,
Ronnie,
man.
wait a minute. So a person should take all that shit from an ex, right? We should just allow her to fucking have
No,
fireworks
Paul.
shot at my dog. Hey, you want to see the
Paul,
fucking
I
dog,
didn't
bro?
say that. I
Wait,
didn't say
is
that.
that what you want? You know, my
I
wife
didn't
over
say
there, so
that.
my wife should take it too, right? And I
Say
guess
that.
her. Hold on a minute. Let's
Paul.
go here. Hold a fucking minute now, right?
I'm
So
not
that
gonna
old
deal
man
with
right
this,
there,
man. I'm
this
not gonna deal with
87-year-old man right here. Listen, you see that? You see this old man? You know, he was having heart problems when they were doing this shit. So he should take it too, right? Right? And the cops are right, Ronnie? The cops are right too, right? So it's okay for somebody to send me and my wife a death threat with guns and then show up at my fucking house and ring my bell and then the next day act out on what they did and fucking jump me and my wife? Really? That's okay, right? So we should just let them go for that, right? How about if I order 42 fucking from 42 restaurants and send it to your fucking house for 2 weeks straight, Ronnie? How would you like that? So you want to say I'm mentally ill? Yo, fuck you, nigga. I'm leaving.
Anyway,
Hey,
you know
James,
that was very
can you hear me?
uncalled for, Ronnie. That was very
All right.
uncalled for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here if you
What you said to him, it wasn't right. It wasn't
Oh,
right.
what I said was uncalled for.
Yeah, you said he was maybe you're mentally ill.
That
after he was victimized by.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, listen. It's time to end the show, and thank you, everyone. It's been interesting as usual. You were right, Western Mike. When he said maybe he'll be on, means no, and he went to the so-called hot tub.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah, all right. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I apologize. Whatever.
no, because I've known him for years, and he really was.
Who have you known for years?
They really went after him in every which way. His business, his safety, his health,
It happens.
I mean,
they do that, man.
They went after him, and he deserves retribution. That's all. It's not.
He does.
He
does.
A victim.
We should give him a better platform than this.
Yeah, well, you know what? I suggest that, you send him a private message and just apologize for saying he was mentally ill. That's all.
Did I say he was?
Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
Hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't right. Because that trivializes everything that happened to him as far as him being a victim. So anyway, that was interesting. I'm surprised Jordy never sent me the music. I kept telling him, he tells me he's got a new song. And I said, send it. I'll play it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't send it. Well, I don't get it. I just don't. Somebody pinch me. Maybe I'm having a nightmare.
I think Jordy doesn't care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but he always sends me his new songs. He always sends me it, it's a very strange night. Maybe Mickey didn't send me a message. Maybe it is the solar storms, but she explained the solar storms and the astrologer I know will be affecting people's personalities and behavior.
Tonight.
But anyway,
Did she say tonight?
No, she told me that yesterday, but she hasn't been feeling well. She's been sick. Anybody have any topics you would like to bring up? All right, here he is.
I'll tell you what, Ronnie, I got a good idea. Since you brought up mentally ill, me and my wife just had a private discussion. I'll tell you what. Here's what we can do. When you decide you're going to stop drinking your alcohol, because I don't drink, number one, okay? Number two, I don't do any drugs. Number three, I don't take any prescription medicine. I'm blind in one eye and I got 7 bulging discs. My doctors offer me all kinds of painkillers and she'll tell you I don't touch them. So I think I'm more clear-minded than most of the people out there to be able to run 4 businesses and still go to work and do a moving job, moving 2 apartments yesterday, okay? and knowing that I have these 7 bulging discs, knowing my doctors told me don't do it because it could hurt myself. But you know, when I got to support myself like that because my fucking ex destroyed my business and I have no other choice than to do that so I can pay my bills and be online and do what I do.
Welcome back,
So
Paul.
anytime you want to debate me, I'll be more than glad to put you on my radio show in front
would I
of
debate
14
you?
million listeners and we
I
can
don't want
debate.
to. Paul,
Well,
that's
you
enough.
said maybe I'm mentally
Enough.
ill, but maybe you're mentally ill.
I don't think I ever
Maybe you
said
need
that.
to get rid of the fucking alcohol. How about that?
Maybe I do. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Don't talk to me when you're drinking. How about that?
He wants to he says he wants to apologize for saying
Okay.
you mentally ill.
No, I didn't say that.
Well,
You
you know,
didn't say-
well, of course he won't apologize because he's got too much pride to do that. You understand?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
So fuck
I
off.
think I won the debate. I think I'm 90% up. Where are you? 10?
I don't know, man.
Give me a.
All right, Paul. I put him on the
Hey
back.
James, wait a minute. If he's calling me mentally ill, then he's calling you mentally ill too, because you've seen it all, and James actually seen everything. He's seen it with his own eyes. You know, he's fucking talked to this fucking nut.
Well, listen. I put him on the back burner because
he's on the burner.
On the back burner of the stove, because the problem with him is he does have an issue with alcohol, but it's not that he's a happy drunk when he drinks too much. He's not a happy drunk. He's a confrontational drunk.
No, you know why he's unhappy? Because he'll talk about other people because his personal life and maybe his sexual life with his fiance or whoever he's with is not working out so well. So instead of him talking about his, he'll take it out on somebody else. You see, it's like a form of reverse psychology, but a drunk form of reverse psychology.
Well, I know.
Projecting.
People,
yeah, that's it. He's projecting. Maybe he's got to jerk off and come a little bit.
Well, maybe
he needs to go play with his cock and balls, James.
Well, maybe. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. It's none of my business.
It's not mine either.
Between him and.
But when you say I'm mentally ill, man, you know.
Oh, I defended you.
I know you did. But what did I do to him for him to come out and say something like that? You know, that you're not a grown adult. Adults don't talk like that. You know, adults don't talk to friends like that. You're supposed to be a friend. Have I ever said anything to hurt you? It didn't hurt me, you know. But it's just, you know, to me, that's like name calling. Let's go back to, you know, fucking high school and name call each other, you know?
But I told him.
But high schoolers act older. I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
What I told him is that Paul has been unfairly victimized for years now in all ways possible and from every direction. And he doesn't, what is he supposed to do? Just tolerate it and be a victim? He has a right to retribution. He has a right. What is he supposed to do? Let somebody completely destroy him?
Yes, exactly.
Destroy his life, destroy his health, destroy his business.
I'm here.
You know, destroy his business, take money out every time the holidays come. You know, she screwed you out of lots of money that you would have made. Who is this?
I'm giving Oreo some water because she's thirsty. No, it's somebody calling me. Oh shit, Tavares. Oh shit, hold on. Oh shit, how do I do that? I can't get him on the show. Oh man.
Tim Roth.
Damn. I need it. All right, listen, I'm gonna go off. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, but I won't be here. I won't be here. Let me bring him back.
Hey, that's me. The fuck, James?
What happened?
Why are you bringing me back?
Because you know,
What do you want, James? What do you want?
No, the guy really was a victim, and
who?
Paul. He really was victimized. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you. You're the one
you're calling him mentally ill.
I didn't say that. If anything, I was doing it tongue in cheek. and you guys made a big fucking deal. I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you did that.
I didn't go off the deep end about it. I
No,
mean,
it was either you or it was him. I don't know, but that was that was uncalled
he's been
for.
through a lot.
I don't care. I don't care if he's been through a lot. I've been through a
You know
lot
what?
too.
And if you don't have,
I've been through a lot too, man.
if you don't want to show any compassion or empathy for anyone,
Well,
that's bad.
I mean,
That's
that's
not a-
ridiculous because I do show compassion.
Well, you just said you don't care and you don't feel.
What do you care?
I know all the things he's been through. I care. I feel because he's a friend of mine.
James,
If something
you don't
happened to
you don't
I
really
would
care.
about
You don't really care, James.
I do care.
You don't.
I care about my friends.
No, you don't.
How can you say that?
About your friends?
About my friends' misfortune if they something bad happens.
So who's your friends that you have misfortune of? You have
Well,
a couple of families that it doesn't count.
All I've known for a long time.
You live next door to a Catholic church.
Yeah.
That's what you should be paying attention to that.
I should be paying attention to the church where the people are moody and they sometimes they just completely they keep to themselves.
Fuck them. It's all James. It's about you. It's about you.
And the priest is moody, and
the priest is probably gay. Like, it doesn't even matter. But it's about you. It's about you, James, and you have your own connection with that church.
That's what my sister tells me.
Your sister tells you that? She's right.
My sister says it's between. It's not between you and the church people, or between you and the priest.
Right.
It's between you and God.
Exactly.
And that's the connection I'm supposed to focus on.
It's not between you and these old ladies, these old guys. It's about you, James. It's about you.
Oh, you're from Scotland? Oh, like Geordie. I don't understand. Geordie
Geordie doesn't like to get too involved in anything.
Geordie, I asked him, send me your new song. I'll play it. He never sent it to me.
So Geordie will say he will say that he's what does he call it? Spiritual. Geordie says I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual.
Well, what does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? James. What would you say?
Well, Geordie also has a problem with alcohol.
Yeah, he does.
And just look at how late it is in Scotland. He's 5 hours ahead of us. And he probably drank. He probably drinks every day, all day.
He's probably been drinking all fucking day.
And
which is pathetic. That's pathetic, right?
I mean, I've had him on when he was completely sober. And
Geordie,
and he's a nice guy.
Geordie is a very, very good interviewer, right?
Yeah, no, he's good. And you know who else was a totally different person? Drewski, that guy Drewski.
Yeah, but he doesn't give interviews like Geordie does.
No, but I've
Drewski is like he's trying to be like on the low, right? You know what I mean? And
low profile.
But low profile. And what's his name? Geordie is not doing that. Geordie doesn't do that.
He's a host. No, but Drewski was on Western Mike's show 100% sober.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he was a completely different, nice, normal guy.
That doesn't count, though. It doesn't count.
Well, it counts if he's sober. It counts.
No, it doesn't.
Well, what counts? If he's drunk and talking like that, that counts.
Yeah.
No, come on, stop! Don't be silly. You're getting silly now. You're starting to act like.
I'm being silly.
You're starting to act like one of those arrogant people from Long Island, from the suburbs.
Yeah. You know those people, right?
I know how New Yorkers are. That's why. See, New Yorkers.
So before you ever met me, right? You probably didn't like me. Just
No,
from
I had
like
you in.
you had something in your mind.
No, I had you in a category.
Right.
Like in other words, let's take when they go to the game.
The
Let's take if
game.
let's
So
say they go to Yankee,
so what game would you say? It's
when they go to Yankee
what
Stadium,
is Yankee Stadium is the game?
and if a player is in a little slump, they'll boo them and call them names probably and throw stuff at them. And as soon as they start producing, in other words, they're not loyal. They're only loyal fans if you win.
Right.
Like if you went to Boston, those are really good loyal fans. The Red
Well,
Sox.
New York is loyal too, right?
They are. Well, how you know what they should
Are
do?
they? Are they? Maybe they're not.
You
Maybe
know
they're
what they
not.
need to do? They need to really badmouth Brian Cashman and throw
Brian
things
Cashman.
at his bald head, at his dildo shaped head as he gets out of the car.
Mm.
He's really a piece of cheat, man. He's a piece of cheat.
He's a piece of.
He is. He really is a piece of cheat. You know, let me tell you about Mr. Christopher Nichols, aka BC Beer Reviews of Michigan.
What happened to BC?
He's a chain smoker and he's an alcoholic, and he got mad at me because I put his face in the middle of the Wheel of Fortune.
How is he doing now?
I heard he's doing all right. I don't know how he's surviving. I honestly, it's a miracle. But I heard
James,
he's doing.
you shouldn't judge everybody.
Well, somebody's alleged.
It's not good for you to judge people.
Well, it's not good. Listen, it's not good for their health to chain smoke.
It's not.
Good for their
But
health
it's
to
also not good for your soul to judge people.
I have nothing against BC Beer Reviews. If he sent me a private message saying, James, I want to bury the hatchet. I want to make up.
He never did that.
I said, okay. I got over that spin the wheel, make a deal thing. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'll say, look, no problem. I apologize. You know, if it offended you, let's be friends again. I would do it. I'm not going to hold. I don't hold grudges. But if somebody did something bad, I don't forget. But I do forgive. I just don't forget. You know, it's like let's say you're dating somebody and you're engaged, let's just say, and they fool around with your best friend. Now, I don't blame the best friend. I blame the both of them. Well, you can. If she begs you, oh, please don't break up with me. Take me back. You want me to take you back, but how can I trust you? I can't trust you anymore. Oh, please, I've changed. Ooh. All right, you take it back. But that's always in the back of your mind. You might have forgive, but you don't forget. So that's in the back of your mind of what she did. Now, who's to blame? Well, if he was your best friend, he would not fool around with her. And he would say, I'm sorry, I respect my friendship. I respect my friendship. He's my close friend. I cannot do that to him. I will not have an affair with you because he's my best friend. I respect him and that's it. It's not worth me losing my friendship. So it's up to him to do that. But also, she's to blame also. Now, she could be a very hot, succulent female. You know, the flesh is weak, especially with men. You know how men are. The flesh is weak. Hold on. Let me see what Sid is saying. Oh, my God. He says the same thing over and over. Every fucking week you say, is the guy from Chicago? No, they broke up. The guy from Chicago got so sick and tired of her bullshit. The girl is a psycho. Something's wrong with her. She's mentally disturbed. She will not she still will not allow him to penetrate her. And she's in her 50s and supposedly a virgin. Yes. Do I believe that? No. No, I don't believe that. And I don't care how strict her parents brought her up. Her parents are dead. So I don't get it. No, he broke up with her a long time ago. He saw the light. He wised up. He learned from it. But you know, Sid, I saw the red flags from day one. And you know what the red flag was? The second he told me that she admitted she was a middle-aged virgin in her 50s.
James,
I'm talking.
Hey.
What?
Can you hear me?
I hear you fine, yeah.
That was the question.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear your question.
I wanted to ask if you could hear me. That was all.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so, you know, I see other people are able to see red flags that the person involved cannot see. You know, like.
So what happened with this person that was killed, right?
You mean the Long Island case?
Yeah, the Long Island killer.
Yeah.
The one who was killed, they say, was from a neighborhood that nobody would ever think anything of, right? Which is like so my uncle, my Uncle Paul.
Yeah.
He knows the guy that got killed.
You were telling me that, yeah.
He knows him from, you know, when he was like a young man.
Really?
Yeah. They like on the block. They knew each other on the block.
Well, Ted Bundy was a clean-cut, like an all-American boy-looking guy.
I don't know if this guy was clean cut, but did you see that he had pictures of himself, where he was posing in like a thong?
What?
Yeah.
You mean like a Speedo or like a G-string?
Yeah, like a Speedo kind of thong kind of thing. Yeah.
So his ass cheeks were hanging out?
Hey, yeah, exactly, man. Like, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that?
Isn't that kind of gay?
I think that is a gay kind of thing.
To wear,
but like these days, you can't really say he's gay or whatever. But it doesn't look like he was, right? That was his ex-wife. That was his ex-wife, right? He has been caught with, I think, other, you know, tape showing that he's not gay.
You know, the crimes of passion, unfortunately, his life is...
The crimes of passion is life, you'd say?
No, his life is... He's still alive, but his life is ruined, you know? I mean, he murdered 2 people.
James, could you imagine being so consumed in your mind by whatever is going through this guy's mind? Because whatever is going through his mind is not good.
All right, listen.
It's not good.
Maybe when he met her and started dating her, and he knew her for a long time and they got married, maybe they really were like in love. Maybe they were really tight. And then it went sour. You know, the marriage went south and they got divorced and he never got over it. And, you know, but still, life goes on. I mean, there's no excuse for...
All right, James, what do you think about her picture? She's got the pretty smile with like the the teeth that are so perfect.
Yeah, you know what it reminded me of? Remember the O.J. Simpson's ex-wife that got killed with her boyfriend.
I don't know, man, about that. And
You know,
I was too young back
she
then.
had that.
She had that look.
Yeah, blonde.
Like she was, like she was too good.
Like her name was, I think, Nicole Brown.
Her name was Nicole Brown. Yeah.
Nicole Brown, and her boyfriend. That
But
was
I'm saying about this girl.
Well, well, a guy's not going to go bonkers over an unattractive woman.
Right.
Men don't operate that way.
But maybe there was too much with this guy. Like, why was he going so crazy about? I mean, she wasn't even that hot, really. She wasn't.
Sounds like he was like a stalker ex-husband.
He was kind of. You know what he did, James?
What?
He went on like one of those bodybuilder shows.
Yeah.
And he had like he didn't like a thong on, like that's gay, man. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
He didn't
get out of here with that shit.
But he didn't do something that many other killers like him didn't do what they do. He didn't kill himself after.
But he was thinking about it.
Oh, he was close to doing that.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Okay, yeah, because usually people like that, they kill their wife, their ex-wife.
Why do you think that is?
Even the children. My God, how evil do you have to be?
Why do you think that happens, James?
To blow away your own children. My God, and then they kill themselves.
James, I'm asking you a question.
Demons. Why? What's my honest opinion? Demonic intervention.
I believe you.
Because why would any person be psychotic or sociopath or psychopathic and torture a dog, torture animals and kill them through torture, or torture a child and murder a child?
Yeah.
Or do anything like that? Normally, a normal human brain does not operate that way. I don't care what the shrinks say. The shrinks can say anything they want. I believe it's demonic attachment.
It is demonic,
right?
James.
It is demonic attachment.
But that doesn't explain how you talk to me, right?
Well, I'm talking to you about people that do evil things that are unheard of by the mainstream population, by average people. Things that are unheard of, like torturing and murdering children and animals.
Right.
To me, that's evil. And what is evil?
It is evil.
Yeah,
what they're doing to the Palestinians right now is evil.
Well, the scene.
How many of these people get killed a night? How many get killed a night?
Of little children being laid on the dirt.
They're like I showed you one time. There is dogs eating the
corpses
of Palestinian babies. And then there's people asking if Israel has a right to defend itself. So,
well,
come on.
Attacking innocent civilians.
The right to defend yourself and what I just described does not go hand in hand.
No, it doesn't go hand in hand. Defending your country and defending yourself by killing innocent civilians, including women and children, is not related. To me, it's genocidal. Genocidal. What is the reason? Evil. I think Netanyahu is evil. I think
Netanyahu's fucked up.
He's fascist.
He is. Yeah.
I was talking to hold on. I was talking to the Commodore today. He called me. He's doing good. He's doing good. His wife is still going through chemotherapy. I think she has until October, but she's doing good. He's doing good, and I spoke to him. No, I don't do the Sunday show. I gave myself a break. I gave myself a break. I gotta have. I have to have some kind of a social life. You know, the Saturday show's enough. You know, but thank you for asking. You know, but yeah, the Commodore is a good guy. Jeff Zambello.
Jeff Zambello, right?
Yeah. He was a paratrooper in the Army. You know, he was in some kind of special forces.
So, would you call him a hero? We should give him special treatment.
No.
And tell him thank you for his service.
Well,
should we do that, James?
Yeah, but he wasn't deployed.
Should we do that for him or not?
He wasn't deployed. He didn't get like any Purple Hearts or anything like that.
Like John Kerry got a Purple Heart, right?
John Kerry was a Vietnam vet, wasn't he?
He was a Vietnam vet, and he was also the presidential candidate in 2000.
Yeah, I know that part. But what I don't like is John Kerry did not want to forgive.
He threw his medals at Congress in like 1969.
Well, because just like Jesse Ventura says, when he came back from Vietnam, he was not respected.
Nobody was, right?
No, none of them were.
So why would you give a fuck?
This is why. This is what I have against John Kerry. He did not want to forgive.
He did not
want to forgive Edward Snowden. He wanted to arrest
Edward Snowden.
Brother Snowden.
Edward Snowden is a current guy, though. We're talking about what John Kerry did back in the 60s.
Edward Snowden.
Are we not talking about
whistleblower of wrongdoing?
Whistleblower, yeah.
Yeah, and he's living in Russia right now because they'll arrest him.
He actually was living in Ecuador, right? At one point.
That was WikiLeaks.
The other guy.
Julian Assange.
Assange, yeah.
Assange was in the living in the Ecuadorian
He was in Ecuador.
embassy.
He was living in Ecuador, yeah.
Ecuadorian embassy. Yeah, it was south of the equator. I wonder if it's true that the water goes.
Ecuador has been trying to get the attention of the United States.
What?
Ecuador has been trying to get the attention of the United States.
The Ecuadorian government, I believe, is like Mexico is. They're now democratic socialism, which I am very proud of.
Well, not really, man. Not really. Like,
no.
There's a lot of things to happen
and
before that.
Brazil is.
Brazil, you can't count on them either. Like you're nothing. You can't count on any country because.
I mean, you think there's still corruption involved?
Yes, there's lots and lots of corruption, James.
But there's no corruption
and you know that.
No, not in Mexico. No way, Jose.
Obrador is probably the most corruption of any country.
No, you see, because the Republicans don't like Obrador because of what he represents. You see, you rascal. They believe in capitalism and keeping the population enslaved. And
do they want the population to have kids, or to kill the kids?
No, I believe that.
What do you believe?
I believe that the fertilized egg is.
What about Martin Luther King?
The fertilized conception is. It's nothing wrong with.
Do you believe about Martin Luther King?
Keep hope alive. I believe in everything Malcolm X and Martin Luther King said.
Malcolm X too.
The evils of capitalism.
Those guys, James. Those guys are evil, though.
No, they're not. No,
they are.
It's the capitalists, the right-wing capitalists.
No, James, it's those guys. It's all those Marxists. You know.
Oh, he's talking about Chappaquiddick, Mary Jo Kopechne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Ted Kennedy. Yeah, he went off the. They went off the.
Do you know what happened to JFK's sister, James? Do you know?
Huh?
What happened to the original JFK, the president? What happened to his sister? Do you know?
I know that JFK liked women.
No, I'm talking about his sister. His
What
sister got a lobotomy. She was lobotomized, man.
That's horrible.
Isn't that fucked up?
You mean the shrinks, the
And
mental hospital?
she lived on Long Island. On Long Island, man.
Yeah, but you're turning somebody into a freaking vegetable almost,
And
right?
that's what their dad did.
What do they do? They walk around all day.
So supposedly,
Like this?
they say like, oh, they didn't know back in the day and everything. So they gave her a lobotomy first, and then when they realized how fucked up she was after that, that's when they put her in the hospital to never come out again.
Well,
They did that to her.
They used to do that to people. All right, listen, you're promoting right
I'm
wingism.
not promoting, man. I'm saying it's fucked
No,
up.
before about abortion and all this stuff, and about Obrador. I will not. I will defend the government of Mexico because they cleaned house. They got rid of all right wing
What
corruption.
about El Salvador?
Well, the Salvadorians are undergoing a
It's
transformation.
very interesting what happened to those people,
Yeah,
man.
Salvador.
No, seriously.
No, they made a complete improvement.
That was the worst country in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah. Well, the gangs. Well, good. Now I can get the fuck out of here. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me for Progressive Discussions. Uncensored Saturday. Until next time, when I bring the menagerie back again, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Have a great Sunday, the rest of the weekend. Have a great upcoming week. And thank you, everyone. Daryl Messias, thank you. Bart Robinson, thank you. Masumi from Japan. Jordy from Scotland, thank you. Sid, thank you. Marvelous Mama from California, thank you. Thank everyone. Western Mike, even though you split to jump in a freaking hot tub,